Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And tonight, we're going to be talking about how to be ready financially. Isn't that what we always kind of talk about? It's last call, ladies and gentlemen, for that cash flow NFT group economic plan at SSN Lifestyle. And are the money makers in the house tonight? And I know they are, because this is where financial literacy lives. And welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream. Get your pen, pads, and papers ready. Stop struggling now. Gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here tonight. And please do your friends, do your family a favor. Let them know about checking out the SSN Nation live stream and share the videos, because you never know who you're going to be able to help, especially in these trying times. I was going over some financial information with a friend of mine earlier today, and in just like 2 years, the cost of living damn near doubled due to rental amounts, food amounts, utilities amounts, insurance amounts. It's crazy when you look back and see what your bills were in 2019, 2020, 2021, and then fast forward to 2023, and it's incredible. So once again, if you arrived here, please let me know if you saw the YouTube trailer, and if you received a notification from YouTube. That would be very helpful. And don't forget, like I said, please smash that like button so the YouTube guys know that we're in the house. And if you like what I'm talking about or what we are talking about, because this is an open discussion, because you never know what gem somebody here might drop in the chat room and might give us some other information that you love. So therefore, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click the all notification bell. That would be greatly appreciated. Let me see who's in the house tonight on our Friday night live stream. Laverne Penix is first here. Welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream. He has the icon next to his name, which means he's a member of the channel. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. And he brings his tagline as well. Hello, SSN Nation. I hope everyone is doing well. I received a notification and trailer. Thank you. That's one person. Let's see if we can break the record tonight. Thank you so much for letting me know. And Laverne Penix is always giving out info. And in these parts, he's also known as AKA Mr. Cool. Mr. Cool's in the house, and he lets us know today 1 million XPLR tokens were sent to the Burn Wallet. What is he talking about? If you're new here and don't know what he's talking about the debt box nodes. Yes, that is in the crypto space. There's nodes that are mining based on real world businesses. In this case, XPLR is a scanner system, and yes, they can put a scan system in space and, believe it or not, find gold, silver, water, natural gas, oil, aluminum, which is bauxite. Can you believe some of that? All from the sky, rhodium, platinum, iron underneath the ground. And they're sending up a satellite later this year, so they're going to get paid $70,000, $100,000, $200,000, depending on the amount of time. And when he mentions burn tokens, the tokens, which are XPLR, are being mined. They are burning them from the profits from the satellite scan system. So they burnt 1 million XPLR tokens, and they burned them 100%, never to come back again. Every time. And so, since he brought this up, it's already in queue for this. I had it up today, and I'm going to bring it up now because I already went to the back office. I have it already set to the announcements, so everybody here can see that he was on top of it today. This is what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, let me go here further. And in case you're new, they sell these tokens, which are actually licenses. This says aluminum notice. January 19th, Illum completed a burn of 847 million aluminum tokens. All right. Here is also burn tokens for BGLD. Beautiful. Here's the one for natural gas, NatG. Beautiful. Here's the one for XPLR. All those got burned today and gone forever. And if anybody knows anything, supply and demand is what takes hold here. So now there's millions less of these tokens, which are these licenses. It mines every 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And therefore, the cost could be astronomical. Right now, they came out with new Bev license, the beverage business. It started out at $1,500. But I myself think the scanner system has all of these are very nice. So I'm going to show you here the dashboard doesn't mean much, but these are all right. They're almost all up to date. But remember, nope, the XPLR is at 0 still, but it doesn't really matter. This is a long-term play, so to speak. We just care about mining. See all these? They added Bev over here. It's $1,500 for a beverage license. Aluminum is $2,500. A grow, I don't know the number any longer. I believe it went up to $3,500. Natural gas, well, they were like $7,500, but they're sold out. XPLR, these are $2,500. BGLD sold out. DLG, which is the gold product, is $1,500. And this debt token, you can't buy it anymore, but when it came out, it's $15,000 for the license. We had a group economics with SSN Lifestyle, and look what happened. We are mining. We have almost, in 2 days, we will have 60,000 XPLR tokens. Now, what's it worth? Well, you can see over here, $618, nothing major. But this just started, I don't remember, maybe 6 months ago. So the key is getting as many of these tokens as you can, because when the price goes up, if the price goes to 2 cents, you can 2 times the 618. If it goes to 3 cents, you can 3 times that. But imagine if it goes to $1, so then that would be 100 times that. All right? That should give you 100 times 618. You guys can do the numbers on that. That if it went to $1, we're saying this could be like a year, 2 years, 5 years. This is a long-term play, but we're going to sit here and we're here for it, ladies and gentlemen. And speaking of that, now that everybody understands, there's people here that may not understand what I'm referring to when I'm talking about group economics, but we'll explain it shortly because we have another project. It ends tonight. Buy 2 of them, get 1 free, and we have it under group economics, which makes it very, very cool. All right, let's see what else we got. Little family is here. Welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here. Greatly appreciated. Very nice to see you once again. And let me know if you've received the YouTube trailer and received a notification from YouTube or saw the YouTube trailer. All right, Jawway J, Welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream. And it's very nice to see you once again. Thank you so much for being here. And he brings a tagline. Hello, SSN Nation. Happy Friday. And like I said, happy Friday to you. Got notification and saw the trailer. That's two people. Let's go. Let's break it down. George's Charles is in the house. He's trying to break the record, ladies and gentlemen. And oh, by the way, he let the cat out the bag. Ladies and gentlemen, Eric, you saw what I sent. Dominican Republic, 8.5 million tourists, a record in the Caribbean. In fact, that's a record in all of Latin America. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, it's already happened. So my prediction that they were going to have 8 million to 9 million visitors this year, clearly it's going to be more than 8.5 million this year. They're going to reach 9 million. Some people may not understand why I'm excited. The reason, number one, I'm excited is George's Charles is in the house with the icon next to his name, which means he's a member of the channel. In order to become a member of the channel, that's different than subscriber. Members of the channel actually help finance, fund the channel, showing some love that way. So that's very important. The second part, we have 40 members of SSN Nation who have bought pre-construction properties in the Dominican Republic. People are still shaking their head. Eric, I still don't understand what you're giddy about. Here's what I'm giddy about. Here's the third reason. These properties that there's 40. 37 out of 40 bought pre-construction properties. That's right. Now, if you still haven't gotten the picture, pre-construction is no credit check, no qualifying, no barriers to entry other than if you can make monthly payments for 2 or 3 years. So while they were able to buy property, and still you can buy some property cheap, under 200,000, in the hundreds, in fact, under 100,000 still, and you can put down 10%, let's say 10 to 20,000, and then you make monthly payments depending on the unit size. It could be $600 a month, it could be $1,500 a month, it could be $2,000 a month, depending. The more the purchase price is, the higher it's going to be, of course. At the end of that time, if history repeats itself, because it will, 8.5 million visitors, they're going to have over 9 this year. That means the property values have increased at least 40, 50% or more in some instances. So everybody's winning who bought and has taken this direction. I call a win when I didn't have to do anything and I'm earning extra equity that I can borrow against. That's almost like you go into the bank and saying, hey, I put in $50,000, and then they turned to you and said, hey, wait, the last 2 years while you've been paying and that $50,000, your account actually, you have equity. You have like $75,000 worth of equity that you can tap in here and borrow. You'd be like, are you serious? I have $125,000 in here now? Oh, that's what it's like, ladies and gentlemen. You have to understand, this is significant. This is life-changing. Some people don't need the life-changing money. Others, this is life-changing. You only put down $50,000, but yet your property, even though you bought it maybe for $150, is worth $225, $250. So when you do buy it, you have that $75,000, $100,000 equity. And actually, anybody who buys something now, they're going to be over 9 million visitors this year. Easily. They may even approach 9.5 to 10. I thought this was going to be a 2024 when they get to 9.5 to 10. They might get there this year. I'm excited about this. I'm excited. And oh, yes, it's in queue as well. I have it up on the screen. So I'm going to show people, because this is what I was looking for the other night. I was like, how come they haven't put out the information yet because I was waiting. I thought they only did 7.5 or somewhere close to the record. They shattered the record. The record was either 7.5 or 7.8, but they shattered the record, ladies and gentlemen. People are going there, even with the pandemic, even with a war. Imagine if there was no war or anything going on. There'd be an additional 200 to 250,000 passengers, maybe even more, because this includes the cruise people as well. So get excited, ladies and gentlemen, because supply and demand doesn't fool anybody. All right? This is the thing right here. If you have, I'm still in shock by this number, 8.5 million people. And here's the thing, 52% of all tourists go through the Punta Cana airport. And remember when I was saying 3.7 to 4.2? Well, guess what? 8.5 million means it's actually 4.2 million plus add on that 0.2. We're talking almost 4.5, well, it is 4.5 million people went through Punta Cana airport this past year. Wow. This is incredible. Incredible. The Ministry of Tourism announced 7.2 million people traveled by air destinations in the Caribbean nation between January and December last year, and 1.3 million arrived by sea. So they're including the 8.5. That's how they get the 8.5. It does not matter, arrived by sea. I still like 1.3 million. I still like 7.2 million, but I'm not talking about arriving at sea. So I guess I'm looking at 7.5. So we're still on track. So I'm referring to actual people coming through airports. I don't care about sea because most of the people coming on sea, they got to be back on the boat by whatever. I don't do cruises. So they got to be back on the boat by 5 p.m., I think. I don't know. Whenever I'm at a destination and I'm downtown and all of a sudden it's real crowded at 1, 2, and then it gets around 4 or 5, shops start closing up. People are like, hey. I'm like, what's going on? They're like, oh, the cruise ship is leaving. Everybody's leaving. I'm like, yeah, I did notice there's not many people here anymore. People are leaving from the bar and restaurants. All of a sudden, it's like almost a ghost town. And I'm like, geez. But as you know, once the ghost town leaves, the party don't stop. But we're talking 8 million next year for the accommodations on the island. And that's still going to get us our 4 million into Punta Cana area. So congratulations, everybody. All right. Now, 3.2 million more compared to 2021. Yes, I like these numbers. This is going according to plan. So again, I thought I was completely off, but I was not off. We were short of the record I'm looking for. But next year, we're going to be in the 8 mils, just like it was scheduled to be. 9 mils in 2024. All right. I don't care about these guys arriving by sea. They're not helping me. They're not staying in my condos. All right. Let's see. GDP grew 11% in 2019. So here's the numbers. Foreign tourists came mainly from the United States, Canada, and Colombia. Well, what do you guys think's going to look at this? Some 14,000 Russian 1,900 were then stranded in the Dominican Republic. Okay, again, that's 200 plus thousand people from Ukraine and Russia that's not coming, potentially 300,000. So we'll see what happens. But this right here is good news. This is great news. This is awesome news. And this also means anybody that cruises over there, then they come back and they actually don't take a cruise. They'll come and stay at our condos or villas. I love it. I love it. I love it, and love it. I can't say enough about it, ladies and gentlemen. Everything's going according to plan. All right, Yahweh J, we already heard from. Thank you again for being here. Imagine when Cruise on Land comes. Yes, he keeps talking. He owns it, Cruise on Land, as you guys know. In fact, there's 2 people here that own it, Cruise on Land. And one bought a studio. Well, they call them 1-bedrooms. I call them a studio because there's no door in a bedroom. So it's a studio. All right. And he bought a studio penthouse. So it has a terrace up top with a jacuzzi, barbecue, water. So that's pretty cool. Victor Marrero's in the house. Another man with the icon next to his name. Thank you so much for being here in the SSN Nation Friday night live stream. It's very nice to see you. And he says one of 2 taglines. Hello, all. Let's do this. That's right. We're making it happen. But Victor Marrero, he's also the proud owner of real estate in the Dominican Republic near the beach. Victor Marrero, let me know what you think about that 8.5 million tourist numbers, including cruises. But the real number is 7.2 million. They didn't bust a record. It's 7.5, I believe. But next year, they're going to break the record for the tourists that's coming by air. We're not going to count cruise. All right, so let's stop that. But it's a new record still when they're combined, 8.5 million, tearing it up in the DR. Just like we predicted, ladies and gentlemen. Again, congratulations. I'm very excited because let's just say what it is. Got the YouTube notification and trailer. Eric, did you change your mic? Your voice is coming a little muffled. Okay. No, I didn't make it down to Best Buy. And let me see what it sounds like here. Sorry about that. There's nothing I can do. I was getting ready to go to Best Buy. Then I tested. It was sounding fine. So now I was like, okay, I'll do that tomorrow. Now I got to go down tomorrow. So we'll see what's going on. So anyhow, I'm going to do this. All right. That's 3 people that received a YouTube notification and trailer. So let me know. DR, Secretary of Tourism is right now in Madrid attending the International Tourism Fair. Exactly. Outstanding job done by him. Some are saying he can be the next DR president. Yes, I've heard those rumors as well. Because everybody likes a winner when they're bringing in billions of dollars to the island. They've already tapped into Hollywood. So there's some movies that have been made that's going to be in the jungles. I call the area in DR, there's a lot of jungle. I'm just calling it what it is. That's what it's like to me. They're using those for movies. And so the movie industry is picking up on the other shore. And so that's why this is going to be very, very special for a little bit. Just like when the movie industry all of a sudden popped up in New Orleans, right? That's one of the locations. So he's been doing an outstanding job. We can still hear you fine. Don't worry about it. Thank you, Victor Marrero. I appreciate that. All right. So, yeah, I got to get a new mic, ladies and gentlemen. But I was like, okay, am I going to upgrade? I guess I'm going to have to upgrade this time. No longer, from now on, I'm going to have to start replacing things with the proper things, right? Because I've been doing this for 4 years. When I first started this, I was using a Note 4 for 2.5 years. Just to prove to everybody that, hey, you can do it. I don't want to hear you have to have a special camera. You got to have a special phone. You got to have special software. I was pointing out, hey, and my screen wasn't even that good. It actually had a spot in it where it looked like there was a smudge. And so it was interesting, like a little blur, even though it wasn't made that way. But the phone actually had a little blur problem. And so I used that for 2.5 years. Then I upgraded on that. Now I have this cheapy. Well, I had 2 cheapy mics, so now I'm going to go down and get a real mic. So you guys might actually hear my real voice. I'm just messing with you. But I'm going to go get a real mic tomorrow. So on Monday night or any other live streams, we should be almost a little more professional with the sound, all right? So let's see what else we got here. Thank you, Victor Marrero, for letting me know that you can hear me fine. I appreciate it. Now, let's get into the thing of the hour. We have people here saying, Eric, all right, how to be ready financially. First of all, if you can find passive income, a way to get passive income, and let's just stop right here, because with passive income, you normally think of passive income like I do a little bit of work or a little bit of something, and then I can go on about my business, and then money comes in. So I consider things like when we do rentals for property, multifamily properties, single family properties, however you want to do it, Airbnbs, the VRBOs, I consider that passive income. But with all passive income, you have to do some work generally, whether you have to go see the people that are running whatever you're doing as far as the business, or you have to go do some updates, upkeep updates, maintenance updates, whatever the case may be. You still have to be involved. There's almost no way you can set it and forget it unless you're doing something that are similar to what nodes are doing, what the licenses are doing for DebtBox, where you set it and forget it. It's mining all by itself. You don't have to do anything. You do have to make a payment, but for all intents and purposes, you're on about your business. Now, that's the way most people want to do passive income. You don't want to actually have to do something 6, 7, 8 hours a day, 5 or 6 days a week. That's like a job. You want to be able to say, hey, I did this, like you have your own YouTube channel, you made videos, and then you go off and don't do a video for a while, and yet you're still earning revenue from the AdSense, from Google, the ads that come out. So that's a little passive. You made a video, so you had to do that. You posted it, and then you receive some sort of reward once you're monetized or if you're monetized. That makes things somewhat passive. And as far as I'm concerned, it's passive because once you're done, you're gone. The videos are here, and you receive AdSense. So that's kind of passive as well. So now we have something now that's totally different, outside of the box. DJ Robbie D Solutions from Philly is in the house with the icon next to his name, and welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here. And he says, what's up, SSN Nation? Hope all is well. Let's get this knowledge. Hope all is well with you, DJ Robbie D. Spinning the steels of wheels. Thank you so much for, again, being here on this Friday night, because I know you could be spinning the wheels out there, doing the damn thing. Appreciate it, and appreciate that icon. All right, now, we have something that is passive too. When we discuss, down at the very bottom, get your free stocks from Robinhood and Webull. All right, use a link. You can get up to 12 free stocks from Webull. The link is down below. Robinhood generally still up with 1 free share of stock, but nonetheless, a free share of stock, you never know what it could be valued at. It could be $3, it could be $2, it could be $100, it could be $50. You just never know, or $10. But it's still a free share of stock, so please use that link down below. Now, speaking of passive income, I just talked about the stock moves. You can buy dividend stocks that right now are generally, you can get into the 15, 16, 17, 12, 10, 11% return on your money that you put in there today. Imagine January 20th, you put money somewhere, you walk away. You don't even have nothing to even do or worry. The dividends are being issued, whether it's a monthly dividend, whether it's every 3-month dividend, whether it's an every 6-month dividend. You don't have to do anything. They just send it to your account because you're part of the ownership. When you own stocks, you're part owners of a company just by holding the stock, having faith in the company. That is passive income at 100%. Your only thing you had to do was buy them. Some people are like, okay, Eric, give me some names. Speaking of names, here's Victor Morero. He's already beat me to it. One of the names I'm talking about is JEPI. That's JEPI. That's JP Morgan. Stock market on fire today. Keep adding to it. JEPI's dividend yield is 11.65%. You can build a robust passive income opportunity amount from this, just from this stock. It also has life historical performance of 13.35. The reason why it's 11.65 right now, we all know, because of 2022. When the stock market rebounds, then it will go back on the other side. In one of the years or 2 of the years, it's going to be at 14, 15, 16% return. They'll give out more. They actually raised the dividend to $6.20, 25 cents. From I can't remember what it was, $5.75 was it? $5.95? I think it was $5.95. But anyhow, the point is, that is one hell of a stock. It's JP Morgan, their Fed Bank. Some of you were going, Eric, 11.65, about 13.35. Historical is much better. And the only reason it's 13.35 is because of this year. It was under 13.35, but generally they stay in that 13 to 14% range. Ladies and gentlemen, 13, 14% return on your money. All you have to do is keep stacking. and let 10 years go by you stacking every month or every week, however you get paid, all of a sudden you'll be like, wait, I didn't realize how much dividend money meant. But some of you may be saying, okay, Eric, give us more, give us more. All right, truly passive. Everybody here, get your pen, pad, and paper. Everybody that's here that's been a long-time member of SSN Nation knows most of them, because they always know I'm going to talk about A, G, and C. A is in Apple, G is in George, N is in Nancy, C is in Charles, right? You guys already know I'm going to be talking about ORC. O is in Oscar, R is in Robert, C is in Charles. But now we're going to talk about GNL, all right? GNL, that'll be about 13%. ORC is going to be around 15%. We had AGNC around 13, 14% at these prices. IEP, I is in India, E is in Eric, P is in Paul. That's the Icon group. And I actually like what he does. He actually does some in the Dow. He does it across all the indexes. So he has automotive, he has real estate. All right. It looks like we had a little, I don't know what that was, but look who's in the house, Melanie Bonita. Congratulations on the Novatech assignment. I saw it. I see everything. And welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream. And she has the icon next to her name, so I appreciate that. And Miss AKA 27 streams of income. That's right. I know you have 27 streams of income by now. All right. And she brings her tagline, great evening, SSN fam. Multiple streams to live your dreams. That's the motto around here. That's what we want to do. We want to get it passive. That's what we're doing. So I mentioned IEP as far as dividends as well. I mentioned GNL as well. All right. There's a few more, but you'll have to just look at the stock videos. All right. Now, get your free shares of stock down below. I use a platform called Dividend Tracker. There we go. Thank you so much for mentioning that, because the other day we mentioned it, but I didn't get into it. And thank you for mentioning it here to track my dividend passive income and see if I am still on track. I recommend this platform to everybody. Yes, Dividend Tracker. I love it. Thank you so much for mentioning that. Thank you so much, Melanie Bonita. Thank you so much. Appreciate your support. Much love. Is that an app? Dividendtracker.com. Okay. Oh, hold on. That's not even it. Dividend. Hold on. Hold on. I don't know what it is actually. It's an app. Let's see here. Here we go. The Dividend Tracker. There we go. All right. Get the app. The Dividend Tracker. I thought it was dividendtracker.com, but it's the THE Dividend Tracker. And that's where you go. Go and get it. In fact, why don't we do what we normally do here when it's mentioned? Let's just bring it into the fold, shall we? To let people know what they're looking for. Here we go. There we go. Dividend Tracker. Get started for free. We love that. And that's the way you're going to see it. Let me see if I have it up on the screen. Yes, we do. There we go. So the Dividend Tracker. And in fact, some people may not be able to go there. I'm going to put this in the chat room. Go that way. And there's a link in the chat. So anybody can now go directly there. And I'm just scrolling through just to give you an idea. Sign up for free. There you go. Now, here's one thing though. Free or $12.50 a month. There you go. So take your pick how you want to do it. But That's pretty good. And you guys can go check this out yourself, as with anything, right? Okay, now let's get down to the business at hand. We spent 48 minutes. I'm going to actually do something that I usually do on the hour. And hi, Victor. Thank you so much. All right. Hi, Melanie. I use it on my computer, but maybe as an app also. Computer-wise, works for me. All right. Here we go. We got to throw down, ladies and gentlemen, because what's the point of making money if you can't have a little bit of fun, right? So we're going to start with number one tonight. Then when we come back, we're going to talk about one of the best business opportunities potentially for 2023. The number one business opportunity for 2023 is what?
Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, just to get you into the understanding, this is what you're working for, right? You're not working just to put a roof over your head and feed yourself, right? You're working for either financial stability, financial freedom, hopefully. Not everybody can do that because a lot of people work paycheck to paycheck. So therefore, this is why we have to use some other vehicles to turn things around. All right, let me see. I see some comments. All right, here we go. DJ Robbie D Solutions, hit that like button. Thank you so much. If you have your cell phone, oftentimes you have to X out of the live chat and then go hit that like button. And if you're on your computer, normally you have the like button in. I smashed the like button. Thank you so much, Melanie Bonita. Kel Slater is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream. Very nice to see you once again. E-Money, SSN family, how's everyone doing? Everyone's doing great tonight. Hopefully you and your family's doing well. And thank you so much again for being here on the Friday night live stream. What are the Millie moves? You know what the Millie moves are, Kel Slater. You have to go with the number one business opportunity for 2023. And we know that's Cashflow NFT. First of all, Cashflow NFT backed by real world business, Miracle Cash and more. I have to get excited when it's truly you buy the NFT and then the profits from the store is split with NFT holders. That's what we want, right? We don't have any monthly payment. We don't even have to go make payments. We don't have to put on auto payment. There's no other additional cost. You just buy the NFT. That's very special. I love it. And they're making progress. They are building stores. They have leases. They have stores open. They have an exchange. They have several different items. Get your pen, pad, and paper ready, ladies and gentlemen. Get your pen, pad, and paper ready, ladies and gentlemen. So we will see how it goes. And I'm going to let you determine if it's worthwhile because I have my daughter's hitting me up for some strange reason, so I'm going to have to put this in. This 4-minute commercial, all right? Check it out, ladies and gentlemen. I know a lot of you have seen it. It's 4 minutes, so that means you can get up, get some snacks, drinks, whatever, and then come back, bring that pen, pad, and paper. If you haven't gotten that pen, pad, and paper, you have about 10 seconds to go get one now and check out the many different ways that you can make money with Miracle Cash and more through the NFT. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We'll check it out now because there's a way to get in after you hear the cost. This is Stop Struggling Now. This is SSN Nation as well. And even when you think you can't do something, there's a way to get it done. And we always have ways to get it done. We help. And it's not a course either. Here we go.
If there was a way you could have partnered with Elon Musk before Tesla, before the Model S, before SpaceX, and before Elon became the world's richest man, would you at least have wanted to know how? If there was a way you could have partnered with Jeff Bezos when he was planning Amazon.com and it could have made you a fortune, would you at least have wanted to know about it? Well, what if there was a fintech company today that is about to capture major market share worldwide, where millions of people will be using its breakthrough technology and you could make an absolute fortune? Would you at least want to know about it? At the same time that we are experiencing record inflation, gas prices through the roof and headed towards a recession, the move towards crypto adoption worldwide is picking up pace and the evidence is all around us. Big names and big money players are jumping in the game like crazy. The Staples Center, where the LA Lakers play, is now the Crypto.com Center. The Super Bowl, the most expensive commercial time on television, featured 6 cryptocurrency ads. Tom Brady, Matt Damon, LeBron James, and Larry David all made appearances in them. Facebook changed its name from Facebook to Meta. The rapper Eminem bought a Bored Ape, an NFT, for $450,000. Warren Buffett invested over $1 billion in a Brazilian crypto bank. Coinbase bought Bitcoin Turkey for $3.2 billion. You know what they say, success leaves clues. Whenever there is economic change in the marketplace, there are economic winners and there are economic losers. It just depends on what side of the equation you end up on. They also say that timing is everything. How would you like to get in on the next big thing? Are you ready for a miracle? How would you like to own a piece of Miracle Cash and More? The first to market brick and mortar crypto stores, crypto on the street, with stores in every major city all over the world. Unlike the faceless online competitors that have no phone number to call, no physical address, and no one to talk to. Miracle Cash and More stores are fully regulated, licensed, and our wallets are insured by Fireblocks. At Miracle Cash and More, we own our own cryptocurrency exchange. We own our own stablecoin. We own our own ATMs. We own our own merchant terminals. And guess what? We get paid on every single transaction. The secret, if you want to call it a secret, is to get involved before the whole world knows about it. Position yourself in front of the masses before the masses react. Here's the current offering. There are only 1,488 shares of the Master Franchise Agreement for all of the United Kingdom. Each share is projected to profit over $100,000 in year 1, $200,000 in year 2, $400,000 in year 3, and $900,000 in year 4. We have an exit strategy that projects a payout of over $10 million per share. And what does that cost to you? A one and done payment of just $5,000. And of course, you can buy as many shares as are still available. Now the question is, do you at least want to know how? I sincerely hope so, because the best is yet to come.
One and done. You heard the price of $5,000 for an NFT. And did I hear an exit strategy 4 to 5 years from now? So 5 years, they plan on selling all of their stores, ATMs, point of sale systems, and that could be hundreds of millions or billions of dollars. all NFT holders, whether you're in the UK, which is what we're doing right now is the UK, whether it's in France, Spain, Cyprus, Amsterdam, or Holland, or if it's in Germany, or wherever the next set's going to be, because it's going to be 3 small countries. I don't know what they mentioned them, but I don't know which ones they were. You could potentially have what they said up to 8 figures. That means double digits, millions, 10 million and higher is 8 digits. Potentially could be your split. It could be 500,000. It could be 200,000. But if I can put in 5,000 and get back a few 100,000, I'd be happy. If they did 1 million, that would make it life changing. If it turned into 5 million, that's definitely generational changing, because you should be dropping money into safe havens. So even if it earns 3 or 4 or 5%, think about it. If somebody has $1 million and you're going, oh, all I earn is 3%, well, some people don't even make $30,000 a year. So when you start thinking about as passive, just on that, imagine if it's like 10%, where it's $100,000 per year. Well, even 5 to 10 years from now, people will be able to still live, maybe not quite as comfortably, but still live on $100,000 a year. And then if you set it up real right, that's going to be building, some extras going to be left behind to build on top of that. So the next year it's going to be 103,000 or 104,000 and 105. So it'll actually keep building up over time instead of losing it like the Vanderbilts. I'm just saying. All right. So that's part of this strategy. Some of you I know have already said, I don't have the 5,000. I talk about this every live stream now, because tonight, if we get to $5,000 with our group plan, then guess what? That'll be our second NFT, and they're on standby tonight. I don't know if we can reach it because we got 4,500 to go. We might have 4,000 to go. But the point of the matter, well, let's just put it this way. If we get to 3,500, somewhere like that, then we will have 5. I'll put in some more and make it happen. All right. So either way, we can get up to around 3,000 more is what we need just to get up to 3,000. 3,500. So if you guys want to get in, you only get in. And I'm going to show you something real quick. Actually, I can't show it because I can't log in. So that's not going to work. But let's get down to the basics. First, you can pay $5,000. Buy the NFT on your own. They start giving out commissions starting in March and every month. And it's based on those 7 ways that the company generates revenues. They have just started, so they don't have the ATMs out there right as we speak. They've ordered them. They don't have the point of sale systems out there as we speak. They've ordered them. So don't expect to get a large percentage of money coming in from those items, because it's going to take time to install and then start having customers use it, then have a payout. So let's just say they're able to get out, I don't know, 500 of them in 2 months. I don't know, maybe 200 in 2 months. Who knows? Now, their miracle deal, miracle home for the landlords and tenants, they're setting that up with the insurance company. So again, that's going to be some regulatory stuff. That's going to take a little bit. But the exchange and the in-store items that they're going to do, those are up and operational as we speak. So profits are going to come from there. Store profits are shared. We're talking about in the little place of Cyprus, a little island. They're already doing one store $20,000 per day in revenues. I don't know what that means in profits, because I've never been in that business. So I don't know if that's normally like real estate, just take off 50% as expenses. I don't know. But if they're still doing $200,000+ per month and profits are 50 or 60,000 in that territory, UK will say, for instance, I'm kind of liking that. Okay, so everybody gets $100, $200. I don't know what it is, but the fact of the matter is that's passive income, and it's only going to grow over time because it's licensed and regulated. Now, after I get with the freeway, you can actually sign up with Cashflow NFT. Now, use the link down below, Miracle Cash and More, if you want to buy the NFT. If you want to be a free affiliate with Cashflow NFT, you can refer other people and receive 10%. So if somebody buys one NFT, that's $5,000, you receive $500 commission. So you can do that too. You can refer other people, and then you do that 10 times, and you then receive $5,000. You also, if somebody buys a France NFT, those are $10,000. They have a few of those left, but they don't show them on the website. So that has to be a special order with, you have to send Cashflow NFT a message and ask them directly if there's any other France NFTs. And then they will give you commission if you referred the person. But nonetheless, 10%, nothing to sneeze at. That also gets you in the global pool if you can get 10 sales. And a global pool, 1,000 to 3,500, I'm just going to say it's somewhere in that range every month. So that's something you can work toward. Or you can join us in the group economic plan. That's what I was mentioning early. So when he says, what are the milli moves? That's the milli moves. And Belly Bonita says, wow, yes, the milli move is this right here. This one I like because it's backed by real world businesses. Now, I'm going to show it on the screen. Here's what it looks like right as we speak. Keep in mind, everybody that's new here, we already have one group. We have one NFT that's by the group economic plan. We already have that. So that's not a problem. The thing is, their promotion ends at midnight tonight. And actually, it might be a little bit extended because the way they have to do it is manually. So they were hitting us up in WhatsApp saying, hey, is anybody, you got to contact me if you're buying two. So I'm pretty sure it's kind of loose. But nonetheless, midnight tonight is what my deadline is at SSN Lifestyle. You can see it here on the screen. We have 500 in the 5,000 Cashflow NFT business opportunity. Like I said, if we get up to 30, at least 3,000, 3,500 or whatever, I'll throw in something. So we're going to make it anyhow. So it's worth it. So you can put in 250 increments, 250, 500, 750, 1250, 1750, 2,000, 2250, 2,500, whatever you want to put in. And whatever you put in, that percentage is what you're going to receive when they start giving out commissions. So again, it's $5,000 cash flow. How do you determine what your percentage is? You divide, let's just say you put in 1,000. You divide 1,000 divided by 5,000. That's going to give you 20%. So if they cut a check and commission comes from Miracle Cash and More to Cashflow NFT holders in the UK, and let's say it's $1,000, your 20% means you get $200 that month. And if you want Visions of Grandeur, if they cut a check for $10,000, your 20% is $2,000. All right. So that just gives you an idea on what you're going to get as return. 250 divided by 5,000, that's 5%. 500 is 10%. 750 is going to be roughly 15%. 1,000 is 10% or 20%. Sorry. And I don't know the breakdowns on 1,500, 2,000s and all that, but that's calculated math that it'll just keep going up by 5%. So 1,500 should be 25%. I think, yep, it's going to be a little less than that if I'm not mistaken, because 15 times 4 is 6,000. So it's going to be a little less than that. But anyhow, you guys can do the math. That's what it turns out to be. You can pay with PayPal, Venmo, or USDT. Upon checkout, you'll see the options there. And also, I suggest if you use PayPal, please check the box that says, I'm going to pay for the transaction fee. All right? If you do not, literally it's $10 for every 250 you put in is taken away if you do not check that transaction box. You're not going to be rejected, but that just means you put in 240. 240 represents, you know what, I've never done the calculation, but anyhow, 240 is going to represent 4.8 maybe percent. It's still close to 5, but it'll be 4.8% is what you'll receive. So if a check comes for $10,000 and it's going to be $480 instead of, I think somewhere like that, instead of $500. So just give you an idea, $20, $10, whatever in either directions. But just letting you know, make sure you use PayPal to pay. And again, if we get up to 3,500, then I'll be chipping in the extra 15. If we get into 3,000, I'll probably chip in the extra 2. So if anybody wants to get into this, let me know, because right now that 2 for 1 means there's an extra sitting there for free. Imagine 50% goes to the first group, 50% is going to go to the second group, meaning the first group that bought the first NFT, they're going to get 50%. I'll just put this on the screen. See, this is the promotions that die at midnight tonight unless they extend them. You can see the France NFTs, 10K. All right. That's available. The UK NFTs, buy 2, get 1 free. We already have 1. If we buy 2 before the 20th, then we are going to get a free one. The free one, again, 50% to the first group. So I'm going to use a $10,000 number again. If a $10,000 commission comes, keep in mind that free NFT, 5,000 is going to be split amongst the first NFT holders. 5,000 is going to be split amongst the second NFT holders. It's that simple. All right. So, and you'll also get your normal split on your whatever percentage you have on your NFT. So it'll be half basically of whatever you receive. So that would be awfully nice if you got something like you had 20%, they gave a $10,000 commission and it's $2,000. And because you have the free one, that's an extra $1,000 coming. That would be beautiful, right? $3,000 of passive income that you didn't have to do anything. We love it. This is why I have this ranked as the #1 business opportunity in 2023. All right. So hopefully you understand what's going on here. And also, you know what? Let me go down here because some people still don't understand. This is what Miracle Cash and More is doing. Remember I mentioned Miracle Installments allows people to receive short-term microloans. It's almost like a check cashing payday type loan thing. They have several millions of people in the UK that do this. So they're going to enter this market. Miracle Home helps landlords receive payments up front through insurance. They have insurance backed by Lloyd's of London, where the landlord can rent to these people. They're guaranteed 2 years of payments. And you have an option that you could actually take 12 months in advance of payments if you wanted to. And if the people default, guess what? The insurance pays you. So you don't have to worry about the situation that happened with the pandemic, right? Where there was some city states that allowed people to live in a person's property without having to pay rent, but yet the landlord had to pay their mortgage. That was a disaster. So the Miracle AVM, automated vending machine, that's an ATM machine that can do both crypto and fiat. The fees that are earned are split 50-50 with the NFT holders. They have a buy, sell, trade, and they have an exchange. So they have an exchange right now, the Miracle Exchange. They also have stores where people come in and will buy, sell, and trade in the store. The store generates fees. The exchange generates fees. Those are separate. So NFT holders, no matter which country you have an NFT, you receive these fees, part of the profits. Miracle Cash and More stores, 50-50 profit split with NFT holders. And again, I made a video earlier today, but the fact of the matter is there's 2 more stores that UK NFT holders from the island of Cyprus and North Cyprus, 2 stores, you receive 50% of those profits. So not only the stores in the UK, but 2 stores in Cyprus is going to be part of the UK store profit and loss statement. And then the Miracle Exit Plan that a lot of people discount, and I don't, because if these guys if they're able to achieve what I think they can achieve, they're going to be first people mover. I truly believe that there's going to be some crazy number. We're talking hundreds of billions of dollars, but I'm going for the big T, trillions. That's going to be crazy, right? If they're able to pull this off, where there's, let's just say in the Eurozone, let's say there's 100,000 ATM machines. Let's say there's 250,000 point of sale terminals. Let's just say there's millions of people on their exchange worldwide. Those 3 things in themselves are going to generate billions. It's the valuation. So if you start talking about First Data, who does somewhat like the point of sales, they do merchant accounts, they're worth like $20 billion, 15, 17, 20 billion, somewhere in that ballpark. These guys are going to be competing against them. So if they're worth like 20 billion, these guys are going to be worth like, let's just say 10 billion, maybe more, because they're able to do crypto. So it could actually be they might outpace them in valuation because they actually have stores. Also, people can walk in. That matters. Remember, a store has a value. That's real estate. They don't own the land. They're leasing the stores as far as I know. But that still is real estate you're holding up there, and that means you have the space. The only downfall is they're like McDonald's and all the rest. Okay, we'll move around the corner. That's why these McDonald's, Chick-fil-A's, whoever, occasionally move. Walmart, they move. All right, they usually don't own the land because it's a lease. That's how they're mobile that way. If things aren't working out in that location, they can move to another location. Same thing. The exit plan. They plan to sell the whole company. And like I said, I think they're talking, I really think this is going to be approaching close to $1 trillion if they're able to pull this all off. So that would be very nice to get in on something this close to ground zero. All right. Hopefully you're excited as I am. Let's see. Anybody have any further questions? All right. Here we go. How often will we get the passive income? Melanie Bonita, they're starting at the end of February. That's what they're saying when the first commissions for NFT holders are going to come out. That's why I keep using them saying the month of March. They're literally a startup, in my opinion, even though they do have stores in like 5 countries. But as far as I'm concerned, the point is they're issuing commission. That's not been their model. The stores have been making money, but they haven't issued. So they got to make sure that's all perfectly working. So every month starting, I'm calling it March. They're calling it the end of February is when they're trying to do it. I'm saying March, end of March. I'm moving back 30 days. There is no U.S. locations because United States does not have crypto regulated. They are only opening up. They can't open a store. They can only open a store in licensed and regulated jurisdictions. Europe, France, UK, Spain, Holland, and Germany, they've already got their crypto, and actually Eurozone has their crypto rules. So they can open stores in several places. And right now, Cyprus just set up their crypto rules. So that's why they can have stores in Cyprus. Those were just set up, implemented this year. So they can set them up. United States, they can't have stores in the U.S. because the United States is playing around with crypto. That's why they just said, okay, we'll get there eventually if the United States gets there. Because every store has to be licensed and regulated. They have to have insurance with Lloyd's of London. They have too much financial services that they need to deal with. They're having their own credit check type of place. So they're not going to be using like the Experians and all these guys. They're going to actually they've created their own. So they have their own system to vet people credit-wise. So that's a thing too. So this is, again, why USA, no stores coming, because United States they're not going to allow crypto, fiat, ATMs in all of the United States. That's not going to happen. Maybe a state will, but in all the U.S. they won't. So U.S. is fickle. It's almost like every state's a separate country. So in order for them to do it, who knows what the rules are going to be. Just like online gambling. They have them in certain states. They don't have them in other states. Same thing. So that's why I wouldn't even mess with the United States personally. I don't have to, because people can still use my exchange or Miracle Cash and more exchange. So I'm just like, I don't really need to mess around with problems in the United States when all these countries in the Europe, they're like, welcome, come on down. So that's why there's no USA stuff. I want to buy some of their ATM machines for myself. Melanie Bonita, I don't believe that's an option. I don't know if that they've set that up, but you won't be able to install them in the USA, I don't believe. But I don't think that's an option right now. They're only installing these ATM machines in places where you see ATM machines everywhere. And Hakan was in the ATM business in the UK and in the Eurozone. So he has a leg up on the competition. All he has to do is go in and talk to people, and they'll be like, oh, yeah, I remember. And oh, by the way, your machine now can do crypto and fiat. Now you have more reasons to have more people coming in here to use it, and more profits for you from this, more profits for us. People are going to swap out. So that's a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. So no personals as far as I know. Got it. Thank you, Melanie Bonita. Yes, I figured you would understand. All right. They have a physical crypto store here in Tampa that I've been to. Miracle Cash in, another place. Remember, in fact, remember Miami wants to be the crypto capital of the United States. And Tampa, you're going to have to let us know. I know there's Bitcoin machines that have been around for years, but I have never ran into one myself. Maybe I have, because I've seen like these little Bitcoin, maybe I have seen them. They look like a little cigarette machine to me, kind of thing. But nonetheless, we'll see. The website that I'm looking at doesn't show the same options as the website that you're showing. Are we talking about Miracle Cash and More? It's miraclecashandmore.com. Let's go see. Maybe they updated. Nope. Same old, same old. Well, they've updated a little bit. Crypto on the streets. So when you go there, this is what you should see. They're the marketing arm of this, but here's Miracle Cash and More. Now I understand what you're saying. I forgot about that. Miracle Cash and More. So everybody can go check it out. This is what it looks like, and they're pointing out some of the stores: Netherlands, Germany, Turkey. They have a lease. They have 2 leases in Spain. They have 3 stores in Cyprus, North Cyprus. The UK, they have leases there, 2 leases. Netherlands, and I keep saying Holland, but Amsterdam. They have 1 store. Germany, they're going to have 2 stores, one in KOLN, which is weird. I never heard of that place. And Berlin, Turkey, and France. They have leases in all these places, and they're putting their stores, a couple of stores in each location as we speak. Only 1 or 2 to start. Then there'll be 3. Then there'll be 4. Then there'll be 5. Crypto on the streets. It's very simple. They have their exchange. Get your wallet. Start trading, whatever the case may be, and shared with NFT holders. So when somebody goes here to buy, I forgot, they do have their own stable coin, Miracle Pay. They have all of that stable coin as well. So that's what it is. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. This is a way for you to have opportunity. Please share the website. All right, so we already did that. There we go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you guys think. What do you think about this? Make comments down below. Put comments in the chat. Let me know if you think this has potential. Do you think this is worth $5,000 as a risk? But not everybody has to put $5,000 in. Some people say $250 I'll put in. Some people say $500. Some people say $1,500. Some people say $2,000. So let me know what you think. We're 1 hour, 9 minutes in. Please smash the like button. And if you like what we're talking about, please subscribe to the channel. Click the all notification bell. That'd be greatly appreciated. I'm on the website. I don't see the opportunity part that you shared earlier. No, you can only get it from PDFs, Cashflow NFT. With that website that you went to, Cashflow NFT, you can sign up as a free affiliate or just sign up. You don't have to, but by signing up, you'll be a free affiliate anyhow. That website has the information. In fact, you have to sign in to get the information there. So it'll tell you that. Or you can go to Boogie Gopher Club here on YouTube and catch some updates and information there. And I'll even play this video. Because speaking of that, we happen to have a video. Something different. Oh, I thought I put the video on. Let's see here. Check out this video right here.
So right now, I'm standing in front of a future location for Miracle Cash and More. The city that I'm in is called Magoza, which is on the east side of the Cyprus Island. This town is known for its large student population because the largest university in Cyprus is right down the street from this location. The street is full of restaurants, bars, and retail shopping. It's very busy, foot traffic, and very busy car traffic coming through here. Now this location will have two exchanges. It will have one crypto exchange on one side, and on the other side, it will have a currency exchange. Now this location is part of the stores that will pay out to the Spain NFT. It's 50% of the profits from the store is going to pay out to the Spain NFT. Now listen to this. Now 50% goes to the Spain NFTs, right? Now, Hakan, from estimates of what business they did here before, is expecting to do a minimum of $20,000 today in profits. Take that times 30 days, you have $600,000 a month in profits. Now 50% of that pays out again to the Spain NFT. Now, what's interesting about this, right now, we're getting close to the elections in December. Once the elections have finished, then the new regulations will go into effect. Now, the way that Hakan built his company was so that the company, again, would be compliant and would be suitable for any place with regulations. And because Cyprus, up until this point, haven't been regulated, there's over 100 crypto stores throughout this island that have been sharing the revenue from all the business that's here. The problem with the stores are they do not have the company set up to pass the regulations which will go into effect in December. All of the customers that are going to those stores will therefore have to go through Miracle. How will that happen? Either the stores will just close, or they will have to come to Miracle and get a license and operate with our system. So all of the business in the entirety of this country will happen and go through Miracle. Now, what does that mean for this shop? Well, if it's $20,000 when we're splitting and we're taking about 10 or 15% of the business, and that goes to 100% of the business, that $20,000 will also increase dramatically. Again, 50% of the profits from this store goes to the Spain NFT. So I want to say congratulations for you who have at least one Spain NFT, but really congratulations to you who have several, because this one shop alone is good money. Now, the second thing I want you guys to consider, I've just shared with you some numbers from one store in North Cyprus. Imagine what the Spain NFT is worth when you're talking about the entire country of Spain. So it's starting to get exciting, folks. I think we've turned a corner. So congratulations to everyone for hanging in there. And again, my name is Micah. Thanks a lot.
and gentlemen, there you go. That's how we do it. Micah's on the spot. They already showed that. If you've been watching the journey here, check out a video down below. No, not down below. You'll have to go to the videos, and you'll see one where two people are sitting at a desk facing each other. I believe that's the one. That's going to be at the SSN Lifestyle, but I believe we have one on our channel as well, where they're actually talking for like an hour. Hakan, the owner of Miracle Cash and More, and Micah, who's actually probably I would consider him the owner of Cashflow NFT. All right. So we will see how that works out. Here we go. I think that it has a lot of potential. All right. If we go into the pool with SSN Nation, how does that work? All right. Well, down below, there's the $5,000 Cashflow NFT business opportunity. When you go there, you can only put in $250 increments. When they send commissions, you receive whatever percentage you put in every month. So everybody's going to know what it is. They're fully transparent. Everybody's going to know what the commission is. So if the commission is, we'll just stick with 10,000 to make it easy. If you put in $250, that's 5%. If you put in $500, that's 10%. If you put in $1,000, that's 20%. If you put in more than that, it keeps going up. But the point of the matter is, if they send $10,000, if you put in $250, that's only 5%. So only you get $500 that month. If you have the $500, that's 10%. So there you go, $1,000. If you had 20% and the check was $10,000, then that's $2,000. So that's how simple it is. There's no monthly payments, so you're not losing any money on the back end. You're just sitting here waiting for them to build out the network. And as it's going to turn out, it's quite simple. The more they build out, then more profits are going to come in. How soon can they get it going? We don't know. But the stores, like I say, I believe he told it in there. Didn't he say something about $20,000 per month in revenue? I don't think it was profit. I think it was revenue. So that's one of the things. That's how it goes. And the link is down below, 2 separate links. One, Miracle Cash and More. That's if you want to buy the NFT for $5,000. And if you want to become a free affiliate with Miracle Cash and More, that's the same link. Use that link. It takes you to cashflownft.net. But if you want to join us, then you got to go with the $5,000 business opportunity. That takes you to the SSN Lifestyle website. Down below the video in the description. Is it there? It should be. Let's go check. Maybe it's not. But you'll see now, they don't say description. It says more right below the video, and they start showing like the words, and then it'll say more. And so you got to click on that more now instead of description, and it'll open up a box. And in that box is where you'll find links like the ones that I'm referring to, Miracle Cash and More. You'll find the links to the $5,000 Cashflow NFT, where you'll find the links to how you can earn free Bitcoin every day. All those people that were mining over the last year under $21,000, you were mining 15,000, 16,000, 17,000 worth of free crypto with CryptoTab. Uses your software. All right, well, guess what else is going to happen? Because as I was talking, I did something else. Check this out. I'm hoping he has some other music on here because I'm getting tired of these guys doing copyright strikes for music. So if anybody's watching this and I act like there should be some video there and there's no video, that's because there's copyright strikes because of the music in the background. All right, so it's either erase the video or you won't be able to hear them talk because I have to erase the soundtrack. That's the only options YouTube gives me. So they're not multi-layered or any sort. But here goes another video when they're at another location. So this will give you another idea. And I believe this is in Cyprus as well.
So right now I am in front of the crypto exchange store in Lefkosa. Lefkosa is the capital of Cyprus, And Lefkosa is the only capital in the world that's split in half. So half of the city is on the Greek side and the other half is on the North Cyprus side. So behind me is the crypto exchange that will be paying out to the United Kingdom NFT. And what you see behind me, if you look at the sign and everything, this was the way that Miracle Cash and More launched. If you see the logo and the way that the branding is, it's different. So we're right now rebuilding this store with the new look, with the purple colors, the new sign. So it's a two-story store, and this street is one of the busiest streets. Okay, so you can see that we're in the middle of construction. You see a lot of the framing's been done. All of the electrical has been replaced, and it's wired for lots of screens to give a new high-tech look. The color scheme is probably, as you know, it's purple, black, and white. High ceilings in the front, and then we have a loft area up on top. That's where maybe we'll do the more private deals. Then we have a back area here. I'm not sure what the square footage is, but it looks somewhere around 70 square meters. The target date for this store to be ready is December 10th. So once we launch, there's 30% of the profits that will come from this store, and they will be paid out to the United Kingdom NFT. So we're very excited about this location. It's a perfect location. We believe we will be doing a lot of business out of this store, so you can look forward to those payments being, fairly substantial to each NFT member. So everything looks good, and that's it. Okay, so we're a little bit further down the street from the Miracle Cash and More shop, and as you can see behind me, there's another Bitcoin shop. There's many Bitcoin and crypto exchange shops throughout Northern Cyprus, and this is one of them. And as you can see, it's busy. Lots of people sitting, waiting to exchange either crypto for money or money for crypto. And like I said, in not so long, there's new regulations coming, and when those new regulations coming, they will either have to work with us or they have to close the shop. So that's happening very soon, and that's throughout all of Northern Cyprus. And so it's really interesting, for people who have not seen these shops before. When I was first here in North Cyprus and I drove down the street, I see them everywhere, and I'm going, wow. This is the future of crypto. Crypto exchange stores will be expanding throughout the world, and Miracle Cash and More is really just one of the companies that can do that in a centralized fashion. So we look forward to the changes here in North Cyprus, and we look forward to expanding throughout Europe.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. That gives you a little preview of what's going down. Here we go with something else as well. I'm going to give you guys a link. See this right here? This is something that was done about a month ago, and I recorded it off of I recorded this off of Zoom. I think it was Zoom. I can't remember how they did it. So I'm going to put a link because Hakon's on. He's explaining a lot more and giving some sort of timelines. And again, this is about a month ago, as I recall.
5 minutes.
So I can't play this at all because they actually have a song in it that's copywritten, totally copywritten. It's crazy. So here you go. I'll put a link down here in the chat room So there you go. That'll take you to this that view. They don't even have it on their own website, which is kind of weird. It might be on, well, Miracle Cash. I don't even look at that website or their YouTube channel. But you guys can get an idea on this channel or that video that I put in the chat room. You can go check it out and see what they have to say. It's pretty awesome, too, what they're talking about. Now, SSN Lifestyle. Let's go back. And once again, we can talk about that. Let's see what else we got going on. Let's see where down below. Do you have an affiliate link for Cashflow NFT? Yes, I do. It's down below where you click on the Miracle Cash and More. And remember, it took you to that Cashflow NFT, that purple website. That's where you sign up. That's my link, just so you know. And I can actually put in the chat room as well, just so people can have it. Let's see here. It's right here. I'll put it in the chat room. And everybody who signs up actually gets a referral link. So that's not that bad. Okay, this is not where I want to be. How did I get there? Okay. In the chat room is the link to sign up affiliate or buy the $1,000 in it. So to you, but again, it's down below the Miracle Cash and More than the next one. That's the one where you'll find the link there. Now I'm wondering why I'm having a problem here. This is interesting.
5 minutes, but it will show my.
Okay, it started. I see what happened. I'm having some. I was wondering why things weren't moving. It's playing stuff in the background. I get you. Okay. All right. Affiliate link coming up in a second. Here we go. Whoa, that's not it. Okay. Cashflow, NFT, Miracle Cash, and More. Here we go. This should be it. All right. So again, there we go. The link that takes you to the Miracle, well, it takes you to Cashflow NFT. That's how you can buy the $5,000 NFT, or you sign up. Well, you sign up anyhow to get into it. You sign up and you can become a free affiliate. Then everybody has a referral code. And if you refer somebody, you receive 10%. They actually have another layer that if you refer somebody and then they refer somebody, you get 5%. So that's an option as well. Victor Morel says good stuff. This can be a matter of time before it explodes. That's correct. I heard the other side of the store will be for currency exchange, meaning crypto exchange. I thought I heard something about currency. Yep. Cryptocurrency, exactly. When he did say there's a banking next door on one of these, yeah, I know there's a crossover situation that they can't do something in the same location. So I don't know if it had to do with currency in one location, but yes, there was something along those lines where they are going to have two stores side by side because of that. But nonetheless, it's all good because NFT holders receive profits no matter how you slice it. We love that. Vanessa Comagate is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream with the icon next to her name, otherwise known in these parts as Seamless Genius. Thank you so much again. Very nice to see you. Brings her tagline tonight. Hey, Boston SSN fam. I'm late, but happy Friday. You're never late, Seamless Genius. Happy Friday to you. Thank you so much once again for being here and for your support. I was looking at the type of economy for Cyprus. It says the country ranks around 51 in the list of richest countries. It's important to understand the economy there. Oh, Cyprus. Hey, man, that's where the playground is. Hey, come on now. It's the playground. 51 richest countries. That's incredible. I wouldn't have thought it's that high, but I'm just going to say people go to Cyprus for certain reasons, to have fun. It's one of those places that the rich and famous hobnob at. All right. So just like Ibiza, same type of situation. So yeah, like he was saying, $20,000 per day activity revenue for their store in Cyprus. Imagine when those other stores aren't going to be around, like he was saying in the Famagusta video, that people are going to go to their store. So that's going to up their cash flow for all the stores there. So I love it. That's going to be beautiful. But yes, it's no slouch. I'll take number 51. I'll take a top 100 country for that matter, as far as economics go. But crypto goes beyond the barriers, because keep in mind, the exchange is going to be a different barrier. People are going in and out of countries and using those ATM machines crosses barriers. So I love it. And there's a lot of travel and visitors to Cyprus as well. So that's surprising, 51. I didn't think it was higher, though, but I didn't think it would be in the top 100, quite frankly. Good to know. Hey, where are we at? Is the deadline over? No, the deadline expires tonight for the 2-for-1. At least as far as I know, they haven't moved it back. We're at $500 right now, or you can call it $1,000, or you can call it $1,500, because whatever it is, I'm going to be putting some money in. If we start getting up to $3,000 or $3,500, I'll throw in whatever the difference is and make it happen. So then that extra free NFT could be worth who knows how much. But in case you don't know, we're splitting it. So if the free NFT comes, the first people in the first group, they're going to receive 50% of whatever the commission comes in every month for that third NFT. And then we're going to give 50% to the second group. And that's how it's going to break down. So if it's $10,000 for the NFTs, profit for the month, then that means 5,000 goes to group 1, 5,000 goes to group 2, and literally you would just receive half of whatever you receive from the 10,000, because it's half. So that's it, 50-50. That's how it'll work, only fair. So, and based on your percentage. So if you bought in for 250, again, I got to do a calculator. You know, I'm getting tired of it. I haven't. Because I didn't know what 1,500 should have been. It should have been like 15%, but that's not what it is. So my numbers might be off. Let's see here. I'm just going to Google it. Divided by 5,000. See what they say. 5%. Okay, so that's right. So it should be 5, 10, 15, but it's not. Because, let's see this, 1,500. Divided by 5,000. That's 30%. Okay. Oh, that's why I'm off. Okay, that's exactly right, because it's not 1,250. No wonder my brain had a fog there for a second. I was like, how come I can't figure it out? All right, I forgot. 1,250's next, then 1,500. So it's actually 500, 500, 500. So yes, 30%. That's it. Okay. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. I put in, that's the YouTube for a special. Check it out when Hakan, they're on a set that they created. It's awesome what they're doing and talking about, answering questions and their vision. It's beautiful to hear. It looks like tourism has been the largest source of foreign income, or the island of Cyprus. Exactly. I can see tourists checking the store out, especially they come from regular countries like the USA. That's exactly what's going to happen, and that's exactly what I was referring to. They're going to have them tourists coming in, and people all over the world go there. Yeah, people hobnob at Cyprus, Ibiza, all right, south of France, and then, of course, all of Rome, Italy, and all over the place in Europe. It's like a little playground. Kind of chilly, but still a playground. All right, let's see here. If you Google Cyprus population, it says they are amongst the most prosperous people in the Mediterranean. GDP per capita in 2022 is 30 to 50K. Not bad at all. I like it. And isn't that funny? Almost sounds like America, right? Yeah, it's almost like America. It's like the average wage in America, 45,000. And everybody's like, oh, man, I want to live in America. And I'm like, you do understand you make the same amount of money, right? They're like, no, I don't understand because everything costs more over here. I know because you guys have an economy that went to negative interest rates. All right. Anyhow, back to the money makers. This is a money maker here, ladies and gentlemen. And if you want to get in to the cash flow NFT, the number one business opportunity of 2023, then you have 3 ways to do it. And oh, by the way, I have to mention something else. Even though there's 7 ways to make money from Miracle Cash and More and Cash Flow NFT, I call it the 8th wonder, is you can be a free affiliate. You can still refer people for any time they have an NFT for sale. So when they have the next set of NFTs for sale, you can refer people to those and still earn some commission. So actually there's 8 ways to do it if you're actively involved and don't want to just sit there and wait for the commission checks coming every month. It's beautiful. All right, here we are. Good evening, SSN family from Curtis Davis. He's in the house with the icon next to his name. And welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream. Very, very nice to see you, Mr. Financial. And again, I'll repeat, good evening, SSN family. And the mantra that he has made and created, ABMM. Always be making money, because otherwise you're going to have to always be working for the rest of your life if you don't have passive income coming in or some sort of streams of income coming in or creating those streams of income. Hey, we have Melanie Bonita here. How could I forget? Miss 27 Streams of Income also has books. So she receives royalties. She receives speaking engagements and any other offshoot just by creating books. And then, by the way, they sell them on Amazon. You can go get them there under her name, Melody Bonita. You can also go see her website. Go hang out on TikTok with her. She's very active on Clubhouse. Melanie Speaks. Find her on TikTok. Or you can go to her YouTube channel, Melanie Bonita, which I don't know if she changed it to Melanie Speaks or not. But you can go check her out on YouTube as well. And speaking of YouTube, we have another person here in the SSN Nation that's on YouTube trying to help people out. That's what we love. Help. And you can go check him out. Mr. Financial is known in the YouTube streets as Chili Davis, Chilly Davis. Go check out his YouTube channel. Subscribe to both Melanie Bonita and Chili Davis's YouTube channel, ladies and gentlemen. Because, again, congratulations to Melanie Bonita. She has moved up in the ranks at Novatech, doing the damn thing. So she's doing wonderful. That is so awesome. So go check them out, ladies and gentlemen. Show some love. Everybody here is trying to help people. All right? That's what we do. Vanessa Comagate, it is a moneymaker. Let's see what we can match. Exactly. We will find out. Melanie Bonita, hey, sis. Showing the love. Hey, at Vanessa. Showing the love here. Beautiful. All right. 50K in the USA. You are struggling to pay bills. While most Europe countries, you're living like a royal person. This is so wrong. Yeah, I know, Victor Marrero. I know. Like I said, man, I just hate to say this because every time I'm going around the world and people are like, stupid Americans. I'm just like, I can't say anything. I'm just like, man, we're spending money for all this crazy nonsense. But don't get it wrong. I mean, most of the major cities in Europe zone, they are expensive, only because that's where everybody wants to live that has money. And then ordinary citizens are moving out to the suburbs in most cases. But then again, a lot of families have old assets. They have land that their families and forefathers and ancestors had from 500 years ago. So it's a matter of if they were able to hold on to it and not sell it or do whatever, they still have some assets, even though they may not be making that much money. It's a catch-22. In America, we have that sort of, but you're only talking about a country literally 200, 300, 400 years old. So, and again, land settlement wasn't even figured out until only maybe 200 years ago. Less than that, actually. Probably 100 years ago, 150 years ago. They were still adding states. So these other countries are thousands of years old. So they have an advantage, in my opinion. All right. I did change YouTube to Melanie B Speaks. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Melanie B Speaks is what it has been changed to on all of these streets. So go check her out. She's on Instagram. She's on TikTok. She's on Clubhouse. She's on everywhere you want to be. She's making it happen. All right. And here on YouTube streets as well. All right. Microsoft, aka ChatGPT, OpenAI, and dividend stocks. There we go. Yeah, this ChatGPT is about to change the world. This is not really that great because at this point, I don't know what school is going to be about when you can put some subject matter in and it can be written. You don't have to understand or comprehend it. So therefore, you can just give it to the teacher if they want reports. Now you don't have to go do research. It's like, this is game changers all the way around. And business-wise, it could come in handy that way, but this is going to be very, very interesting. People are using ChatGPT to create YouTube videos. Exactly. This is all going down to this is not even the Matrix. This is Terminator stuff that's about to start happening. Because if you're giving everybody AI opportunities, which now means you can turn things into another sort of money maker. And Curtis Davis, Mr. Financial, is mentioning it straight up. People are using ChatGPT to create YouTube videos, which means they can create other videos on other platforms. And that means you can make money using it several hundreds of different ways. This is going to be very interesting. I've been hearing about ChatGPT all week long at Curtis Davis. Exactly. It's a big time thing. The geeks win again. Melanie B, welcome back. Yes, welcome back. So there we are, ladies and gentlemen. 1 hour, 41 minutes. And here we are, like Cal Slater. The Millie. Where do we get the Millie? How to be ready financially? Well, this is how you get ready. You have to take chances. I'll just stick with one of the safer people, Warren Buffett. What does he do? He goes and buys corporations and companies that make something. He feels comfortable that way. And so it's been working out for him. Have any of the companies failed or anything like that? I don't know. I haven't checked his track record on all the companies. But for the majority of them, or all of them that I know, they're winners, right? Because he has Coca-Cola, Geico. He has major companies that have been around and have a customer base. So that's generally who he's buying a part of. So I can't give him any negative. All right. The man's been doing it the old fashioned way. Smart, taking his time. And this is one of those old fashioned type of companies. If they're able to pull this off, now everything's a risk, but if they're able to pull this off, Miracle Cash and More I'm referring to, then that means the more stores they have, that means the value of their company is more. And that means we're also making more money. Everything they're doing, more customers in a store, more ATM machines, more point of sale machines, more landlord tenant relationships, more people over there borrowing, all kind of ways that we're going to be profiting from this. Victor Morel says, when I went to Spain last year, I told them how much my monthly cell phone bill was. They started laughing at me. Hey man, don't even say anything in the Eurozone when you say, hey, I got a cell phone bill. Don't even say that, because their whole ecosystem with cell phones is totally different. These guys are like, I just go down to the store and got my SIM card or whatever. I'm good. And I'm like, how much was that? They're like, oh, that's $30. I'm just like laughing too, man. And at the time I was paying like $120 a month or some nonsense. And they're sitting there laughing at me like that too, Victor Morero. I can only feel you. They were just, and oh man, I got clowned when I was in Europe. And one time when cell phones were coming out, well, they were already out, early 2000s. And I go over there and I'm going down and my phone doesn't work. The guys are like, hey man, just go to the cell phone store and put your SIM card in. Go get a SIM. I was like, what are you talking about? So now I'm thinking they're taking me down to the store. They open my phone and they're like, He doesn't have a SIM card. They're starting like, what the frick's, he doesn't have a SIM card in his phone. I mean, golly, man, talk about being like clowned. They were just like, how does he not have a SIM card? I'm just like, how do you have a SIM card in your phone? Crazy stuff. They've been doing it longer, and America has done great branding and marketing, always letting American citizens believe that they're far ahead. The American citizens were far ahead when it comes to military technology. That's what happens when you spend $700-800 billion on the military industrial complex, while the other countries spend, 20 billion, 5 billion, 1 billion, 10 billion. Jesus. That's the only thing we're ahead at. If you guys travel around the world enough, you're going to be like, this can't be happening. And especially the way America has branded itself as having this upscale stuff, right? Everybody's got to have the jewelry, the clothes, the shoes, all this, and has to be branded. And then if you go around the world long enough and go to certain factories around the world and you walk in a place and then you see something that's like a high-end brand and you're just like, that's a knockoff. And then they're like, oh no, this isn't. This is actually from this high-end house that people are buying this stuff for like $5,000 for a little handbag. I'm just like, this ain't no knockoff. The corporation is using us, our facilities. I'm just like, that means they're only paying like $50, $20 for this stuff, charging people like grands. He's like, yeah. I'm just like, good God, man, this is crazy. So when you go around the world enough, then you'll understand. That's why when it comes to branding, I've always had a policy, well, not a real big policy, but I generally don't wear branding of other people too often, because I'm just like, I don't even know. And people over in here and around the world go, that's fake, that's whatever. Well, again, I had a conversation with somebody earlier. Is it really fake? Do you really know if it's fake? Yes, some things it's definitely fake, knockoff. There's companies that actually do that. But there's also companies, and I'll just say like Nike, for instance. We'll just use them. We'll just use them. There's also where they have rejects. There's also 10% that's not used. They say, hey, go do whatever. So people will say, oh, no, those are knockoffs. But in reality, they're actually made at the same factory and people don't know. All I'm saying, the world is crazy. So don't get caught up in too much about any material objects, because you don't really know. Other than, there's markings inside of items. You'll say, okay, this should have this stitching this way or that way. So there's an extra layer. You can say, okay, this isn't real. But then again, if there's a reject, that reject, you don't know. It's a reason there was a reject, and they're out there selling it, and most people think that it's not the real thing. There's a lot of stuff going on. When you go to Asia and hang out in Asia in some countries, and you're walking around seeing factories and stuff, and you're just like, wait a minute, this is made here. And they're like, yeah, we're just sending it over to the country so they do final assembly. I'm just like, this can't be happening. This can't be happening. Final assembly in the United States, so they're claiming it's USA brand, charging people crazy money, but it's over here where you guys get paid $3 a day. Crazy stuff, crazy stuff. Thank you so much, Curtis Davis. In Russia, they still make less than $1,000 per month. Exactly, just like actually in the DR. Now, in the Caribbean islands, a lot of people don't make $1,000 per month and rent like $400 to $500 a month. USA, it's crazy. You need 10x. Hey, that's pretty much it. Psychological warfare. They have us in a matrix. People have to understand. This is why you have to take opportunities, because let's just call it what it is. A lot of people don't study history, but you need to study Europe, because Europe was ahead of the United States at one time. World currencies. France had world currency. United Kingdom had world currencies. That's how they grew. Empires were built. United States has had world currency now. They will not have it one of these days. And those people, once they don't have it, that also means you're not going to be able to go out here and buy a house for $1 million, $2 million and get a loan for 2%, 3%, 4%. It's going to be 6, 7%, 5.5, 6, 7%. You don't have world currency. You can't, they're not printing money in America no more. They're going to be printing money in China, let's say. So that's what's going to happen. And if you don't have assets in place or land or whatever assets, real estate, any passive income, whether it's going to be crypto, whether it's going to be even the chat GPT coming out, if you don't have stakes in EV electric vehicles or something that's going to be in the future, you're going to be left behind. And there's no way to catch up once they cut off the cash flow. And that's what happened in Europe. That's what happened. Japan was never world currency, but that's what happened to Japan. For 30 years, they've been mired in level, just basically level. And those who have were able to get more, but those who had not, they are not able to get more. So again, this is very important about what's going on around the world. Yes, Terminator opportunity, exactly. You will need chat GPT in your work used to enhance your job or expect to get built in. It's going to be built in. It's going to be built in because it streamlines everything a lot faster with report making and all that. Facts. Our military is top notch, but we are far behind in tech big time. Exactly. And this is why the United States does protectionism, which actually hurts us as consumers. Again, I'm just going to use this cell phone industry, for instance. Everything that Apple and Samsung has that is touted on their $1,400, $1,500, $1,600 phones, there's phones made around the world that do the same thing, $500, $550. And actually add insult to this situation. How about cameras? The megapixels, 2 times as large, but yet they're paying less for money, a third of the price around the world. They block those cell phone manufacturers from selling to United States citizens. And oh yeah, it's security reasons. You know, I'm just saying that's the reason why the United States is doing protectionism. And then you guys have to understand, once you do protectionism, that means cash flow isn't moving right. So when we are sitting here having world currency, they can do this protectionism. But if we didn't have world currency, there'd be a big problem because people wouldn't be able to buy $1,500 cell phones. So people would be going, okay, give me the $550 cell phone. And actually, why am I buying the $1,500 anyhow? This one does more. I have the exact same stuff and is better. It's like, this is crazy. Intel is not the only company. Hewlett-Packard, Apple, they aren't the only companies that make chips and computers. AMD, Microsoft, they aren't the only ones on the planet. In fact, the United States put in a chip manufacturing machine. They've already had 2 of them in Europe. And then, as everybody knows, Taiwan produces roughly 85-90% of all chips on the planet. So while China is being allowed to mess around with Taiwan, America and all of its allies should be like, we're keeping a 50-mile, 100-mile, 200-mile zone. We don't want you doing nothing near these guys. Because if they actually invade Taiwan, 85 to 95% of the chip manufacturing goes on there. That is a problem. And you think the United States is going to be like, oh yeah, we're going to get chips from these guys? Hell, they won't even get cell phones from these guys, from China. You damn sure know they're not going to get chips from China. That'd be security breach all over the world. That's crazy. So again, you have to understand where you're sitting at, ladies and gentlemen. This is also why, again, talk about exit strategies. This is why I always say, always have something on another location. Be prepared. If something happens in the United States and it's no longer feasible to live here, United States does something crazy. They start doing what Russia does or what China does or what the Philippines do or whatever, where they're saying, oh, your passport is no longer good. You can't go anywhere. Well, you can go maybe, but let's just say you can't go anywhere. Can't get on a plane, can't get on a cruise ship, can't do normal means that most people would do, because who's going to be able to leave? Those with money. So if you mess around and the United States actually does have a fall and they start restricting their citizens from leaving, if you don't have property outside the United States, good luck, because that visa scenario, you're going to have problems. So if you have land in other countries, then you will more than likely be good, because you're going to be like an owner state there. Now you only have to deal with having revenues coming in. And as long as you have revenues coming in, then you can get your residency. And in some places, you can get residency just by owning land. But all I'm trying to say is land goes a long way. Ownership, a long way. So that's why, again, when I say DR, that's why I say DR. But it doesn't have to be. It could be Costa Rica for all I care. It could be anywhere, U.S., outside the United States. But you should have that as leverage. You don't know what's going to happen in the world. Everything in USA, a matrix, a system projecting one thing on front stage, but poor people in back. Exactly. And since we're talking about this, we're at 1 hour and 56 minutes. Please smash the like button. And here we are. You're so right. When you go around the world, that's when you really see how much we suck here. Like you said, the system here got us. Transportation infrastructure alone is way behind most of. Jesus Christ, don't even let me get started on that. That's actually one of the things that the United States is again. America's cool, right? But it's only cool to us because we live here and we're under the world currency and we are under a free society of the way we work and operate. But are we really free? Because here's the thing. The only reason the car manufacturers are in business in the United States is because we don't have a transportation system like Victor Morell's talking about in Europe. Can you imagine if you actually had trains that go 90 miles per hour, 100 miles per hour, or bullet train activity, 200 miles an hour? Can you imagine that? You wouldn't be driving anywhere if you can go from Sacramento to Los Angeles and be there in an hour and a half, 2 hours. Why are you going to drive down there? And the ticket's only going to be $50, the same as a ticket that it would cost you more in gas and more time. So how about New York to even Miami? And somebody goes, oh, that'll be 8 hours, 6 hours, 5 hours. You'd be like, why am I driving? Why am I flying? When these guys tell me it's $125, I'm going. What the? Again, this is craziness what they have going on here. So they're making us take vehicles to create the infrastructure. That's crazy when you think about it. So we're in the matrix. But again, when you're outside, I'm going to tell you, I got another story to tell you guys. This is funny stuff here. All right. But this is all the more reason why you want to have, if you can invest in companies that are outside the United States, this is why you should do it. Miracle Cash and More is giving you that opportunity. There's other companies that do that too, but this is one of those. So if you want to get in on this, I suggest you get in, even after the deadline tonight. If we don't get the second one for the, buy one, get one too, that's still going to be up. It's not going to be over. So we're going to have a second one either way. But not the free one. But we'll still have that second one. When we reach 5,000, we'll get a second one in a group activity. So everybody can win. If you can't afford the 5,000, then maybe you can afford 500 or 250. Or you want to put in 2,000 and have a higher percentage. Either way, that's up to you. But the transportation thing is sickening. Curtis Davis, the robots and automated MacD's, Taco Bell's are in waiting stage. Yep, they're testing in Texas. Yes. That's very true. Amazon warehouse. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about this. Don't sit around here thinking you're going to be safe. Let's look at this. Anybody know what the layoffs are? On Google, the layoffs. All right, yes, they're not in legally, but holding on to power, losing time. That's exactly right. America tried this in the 1920s. It did not work out well. All right. It never works out well when you do protectionism policies. And like you said, in America, we used to be, instead of buying up a company because they're better and I'm bigger. So what I mean by that is we have Apples, we have Amazons, we have Microsofts, and we have Intel, we have Hewlett Packard. So there's a new company that comes out. They make something that's creative, better than what these guys are making, but instead they have something called stocks. So they get to turn around and they'll tell this company that's maybe worth $25 million, they'll say, hey, how about I give you $300 million to buy your company? So they buy the technology, take it off the shelf. That would have surpassed or already surpassed what they were doing. They put it down and don't allow it to be in the marketplace. It's worth it for them. And speaking of that, no innovation, that's what's happening in America, because you have to ask yourself, how is it that you had a certain amount of RAM 10 years ago in computers, and now the same amount of RAM is the standard 10 years later? And they go, oh, it's faster, Eric. I understand it's faster, but it's still the same amount of RAM, so how come it doesn't cost less? Or hard drives and all this stuff that they're doing, because they're trying to keep it protection in America. Go outside of the world, like I said, things are crazy. Can you imagine if the world's currency, Jesus, if it gets replaced by other currency, we'll be poor instantly. Russia and China will love that. Exactly. It's over. You're not going to be able to borrow $770 billion because your buy rate is going to be 5 to 1, 10 to 1 for the exchange into the other dollar or whoever has world currency. We're going to be just like if we're in the DR right now. They're going to be like, oh, 20 to 1. You see, you guys have $50 trillion of debt to pay. I mean, this is insane. And it looks like it's going down, too, because, again, Saudi Arabia is announcing that they're going to take other currencies for oil. I'm just saying it came down. It's going down. No way. It's not going to happen. So you got to protect yourselves. And how do you protect yourselves? You have to invest in your own business. You have to make money many different ways. Can't just be one way. All right? Here we go. Google to lay off 12,000 people. Read the memo. Google lays off 12,000. There's also Twitter is down to fewer than 550 full-time engineers. That's a problem. Who else is laying off? Isn't it Amazon? Like 10,000 people or something, or 8,000. It's something like that. This is crazy. Let's see if tech is here. I can't remember what it was, but layoffs is 20, 30,000 people. And by the way, these guys get paid pretty decent. Here we go. They see 700 million. Okay, the dude has billions that he stole, but 700 million. Okay, a good start. Who else is getting laid off? I can't remember who it was. Google to lay off 12,000. Who was the others? There were some others. Netflix did good. I don't know. Was it Meta? I know Meta's laying off people. Microsoft is laying off 10,000 employees. Here we are. These people get paid. These guys get the 80, 90, 100, 120, 150, 200 G's. They're laying these people off. Just as we predicted. Remember we were saying after the holidays, there's going to be a big layoff because they had the holiday employment. So now they had to stop doing it. They have to start worrying about their bottom line. Employees cost you the most. That's how it works, unfortunately. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 2 hours and 4 minutes. And we're getting into the dark side, but this is all the more reasons why you have to have your own. Don't be limited by the borders. Have something outside of the United States because it's a just-in-case scenario, and you can make additional streams of revenue outside the United States as well. There's nothing wrong with that. All right? Not everything's the same as in the USA. Not even close. Not even close. We are in a big paradigm shift, exactly. The power back to the people. The individual must create own business and cash flow versus the government company taking care of you, exactly. 2020, you've been warned. You can't take. Let's see, I think he's got something else to say. You've been warned. You can't take your time about this. When you fly round trip from Madrid to Paris. Exactly. Madrid to Paris for $50. That's when you know you're getting robbed. Heck, it costs you 5 times that to fly from Tampa to Orlando. Exactly. 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 In the Eurozone, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, keep this in mind. This is what I love about Europe, right? I just love it. I love Europe. The no borders. That's what I love. Spain in the EU. All right. We can get on a plane to anywhere. Any EU country. It's like being in the United States. And like Victor Morell said, that is the weirdest thing. It's like I can't fly for $100 from Sacramento to Dallas. Hell, I can't even fly for $100 Sacramento to LA half the time. I mean, this is, and I got to pay for bags. I mean, this is crazy. This is crazy. You forgot, Victor Morell. Madrid to Paris, $50, one bag free. And carry on. Free. None of this BS. I'm just, man, come on. This is, I'm talking down about America, but when it comes to economics, there's, all right. We can't even sit still even when you're retired. This is just crazy. What's going to happen to people? There's no, you're not going to be safe. This is not 1955, 65, 75, where you could work for 25 years, 30 years, and the company's going to give you your pension money, or your 401k is going to be there safe and sound. This is not it. You never know what's going to happen when you're 65, 75, or older. You don't know if that company is even going to be around to pay you your pension. That's how this is going to go down. So you better make sure you have your irons in the fire. Always stay up to date on technology. Don't be like grandma and grandpa who sits there that would have said, what is this internet thing, right? What's going on? I don't know how to use Amazon. Don't be left behind no matter what, as long as your brain's working. You always have to study because the world is changing and you're going to be left behind. All right. You know what time it is. It's time for that interlude. Give us our theme music. It is time for, a little break. 45 seconds. SSN Lifestyle.
But it would have been so awesome. I was going to soar right through here like this. And, whoops, I'm sorry. Vin Diesel, excuse me. My bad. Big fan, though, Mr. Diesel. Excuse me. And then I'm flying, and I'd be flying, and I'd land right. Where do I land?
Oh, come on.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's how you got to do it. Have a little fun in life. Make a little money, have a little fun, work hard, play hard. All of that goes together. But peace of mind, it's hard to do when you think prices might be 10, 15, 20% more next year. That's crazy to think about. And think about this. Let's just say you're retired, which means you don't have the capability to work overtime or definitely have 40, 50, 60 hours a week check coming in or whatever. And all of a sudden it costs 20% more from the money that you've already made, you've already invested, but now you're sitting there going, yes, we used to pay, we had expenses of $2,000 a month. Now it's $2,400 per month. And that doesn't even include the groceries that now cost double. So actually, you might as well just call it $2,500 to $2,600, just like that in 1 year. That should scare the bejesus out of people thinking about that. All right. So anyhow, give you a story. Going to the World Series of Poker, and I told this story before, but this is we're talking about outside the United States, and I can't remember. I'm playing at a table at the WSOP, and there's this Asian girl, and she has. Let me see if I have anything here. Anyhow, she has what looks like a tablet. All right. So she breaks out this tablet and she does this sideways. Now, remember, the tablet's twice as big. And I'm sitting there like, okay, what is she doing? She's talking on the phone because she said, call me right back. And like a minute later, that tablet started ringing. This is like 2005, 2006, somewhere in there. And I'm sitting there like, what phone is that? We don't have that here. And then she's like, I'm from whatever. I don't know where she was. Vietnam, Thailand, whatever, over in Asia. And I'm just like, damn, how far are we behind? And of course, she had a camera on there. She could do everything on this thing. I was just like, this is incredible. Crazy. Just crazy. Let's see. Oh, we got a lot to talk about. Victor Marrero. Ouch. You're speaking facts. Exactly. Eric, in USA, they're basically throttling back power of chip by preventing China, a company doing biz in US. You can all fake it so long. Exactly. China, Europe, they're ahead of us with regards to chips and manufacturing. This is why I'm not even understanding 20 years of dumbing down our industries. I don't get it. The rest of the world's bypassed us. But again, they're faking it and letting people believe. But meanwhile, these guys have bullet trains. They have things that are running operationally to help their citizens get around. And actually, we're talking about EV vehicles. We're talking about EV chips being in the road so vehicles can actually recharge as you're driving them. All of that's going down in Europe. Meanwhile, the United States is worrying about autonomous driving. Seriously? Hell, people right now have EV vehicles up in the mountains. It's snowing all over the Rocky Mountains, Sierras. Their EVs are stuck because their charging stations, if they don't have Tesla, can't recharge. This is crazy nonsense. This is crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy stuff going on. So don't get caught, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody here in the SSN Nation, we're not getting caught. Amazon down 18,000 points. A bunch of big companies, including Goldman Sachs and Disney, are telling their employees to return to the office. Yeah, if not, pick up the pink slip on the way out. Exactly. Just another way to eliminate their employees by disguise. That's what it really is, in my opinion, anyhow. That's incredible. Oh, Salesforce. As Curtis Davis is saying, yes, Salesforce, Google, Amazon, Microsoft delayed the big punch in lip. You're fired. Yep, doesn't matter before Christmas or after New Year. Exactly. Exactly. Victor, I'm moving to Madrid, Europe. Hey, quite frankly, you're not moving anywhere, Curtis Davis. Hey, let's call it what it is. We have an immigration problem. You got an immigration problem. That's all I'm saying. No, you're not going to have an immigration problem. It's the EU. All right? Come on. You're moving to Madrid. All right? You're good. Has anybody flown Frontier? This $9.99 unlimited flights. Oh, it's $7.99 unlimited flights, but there's a catch, taxes and bag fees, exactly. and their bag fees are freaking 60, 70, 60 bucks for under check-in bag. And they charge 40 bucks for carry on. It's crazy. Crazy stuff. Crazy. Okay, so anyhow, here's how it works. $7.99 is what it should be. I was thinking about getting one, quite frankly. $7.99, and you can have a guaranteed flight, but if you're leaving domestically, it's 24 hours. So you have to be one of these people that have freedom, that can leave in 24-hour notice. That's a good thing. Internationally, I believe it's 7 days, which is a good thing as well. So it's worth it because not that many people, there's always availability on the flights. That's the beauty of it. And all you have to do is really check and make sure that there's seats available 24 hours before you want to go. I used to have passes like this before, and they were similar. So you would just be like, because you can leave anytime. You're just doing business as usual. You always have bags packed. I have bags packed right now. If somebody rolled up at the house and said, hey, Eric, let's go. Right now, I'd just go get one of my suitcases because I always leave clothes in the suitcase. So I don't even have a problem like that. But again, I've been doing whatever I want for a long time, so I can do it like that. But the point is, this is what this is for. I thought about getting one. At Christmas time, I should have. They have the $5.99 special at Christmas, but I was like, Frontier, I don't really trust them. I'm just like, I don't really know what they do. And then after Christmas, it was up to $7.99. I was like, hold on, let me check and see what this really is. Because you can go international. So, in fact, since he brought this up, this is one of the, this is again, these are one of the tools of the trade that you need when you have cash flow coming in and you like going around the world or going anywhere you want. This is part of the tools of the trade. So, in fact, if they, I don't know if they'll have a special deal, but we're going to go look at this. Hold on a second. Let me get over here on this page. Let's go look at this because they have it. They're big time on this. Let's go. Frontier Airlines. Let's go check them out. Fly Frontier. They've been promoting this. I'm not mad at them, even though the seats don't recline and all that. I'm not really mad at them for doing this. I think this is pretty cool. As long as they stay in business for 1 year. Oh, and by the way, I think it starts in May. I checked it out. It starts in May and it goes May to May. But again, you're going to pay taxes, and taxes are the landing fees and all that. So it might cost you like $25, but if you got to pay baggage fees, that's a problem because you're going to end up being $50 for checking in your baggage or more. Because if it's last minute, there it was on the right-hand side. Here it is. So you guys can see this. All you can fly 12-month access is what he's talking about. Unlimited flights, including international travel. And all you who travel, damn, that's one hell of a deal, if I do say so myself, because of what it costs to travel. So let's take a look, because this is another thing that is part of, you want the lifestyle, this is how you get it. Look at this. On sale. Oh, it's up to $9.99 now. A limited number of passes will be made available at this price. The sale ends on January 31st. They've raised the price. So thank you for letting us know. It used to be $7.99. Now it's $9.99. So just 3 weeks ago, it was $5.99 for Christmas. Buy now. Here we go. Unlimited flights, available 300 plus days a year, access to domestic, international travel. That will keep your miles from expiring. Annual pass for 12 months. Get confirmed bookings the day before flight departure for domestic travel and starting 10 days before flight departure for international. So there you go. Day before, keep a bag packed. All right? It's that simple. But now it's $1,000. Actually, $1,000 is still pretty good, quite frankly. It really is. Now, here's the blackout dates. And it's going to be holidays more than likely. Yep. Memorial Day starts in May, just like I thought. Memorial Day, July 4th, Labor Day weekend. That must be like Veterans Day. November 18th is like Thanksgiving. And then, of course, during Christmas time. And then back again, January 15th, MLK. Yeah, who wants to travel during that anyhow? Look, if you have the free time, we're not traveling on holidays anyhow. We like it where there's a limited amount of people in the first place, right? Flights do not include any add-on products like bags or seats. Fair. 1 cent will be charged for each segment booked. Okay, but they're not talking about the tax. Oh, there it is. Taxes, fees, and charges. So there are going to be taxes. Depending on the airport you're flying to, the taxes are going to vary. They could be $24 each way. Could be $10 each way. It all depends. And international flights. Let's go. I like this. I like this. Where do they fly to? Anybody know? I know they fly to Punta Cana, by the way. International. Let's go look. It's a deal for somebody. Quite frankly, actually $1,000 is a deal too. Just so everybody knows, $7.99 was better, $5.99 was better than that. All routes. Let's just go look, shall we? Let's see, where are we at here? All routes. You guys didn't drop it. Flights. We want to see the places. City to city flights page. Okay, that's not cute. Here we go. Popular routes. Atlanta, Chicago, Cincinnati, Denver. Okay, that's all right. That's nothing. We want international flights. Come on. Let's see what you have. There we go. Okay, here we go. This is who knows where. This looks like, what is this? Cancun, maybe Costa Rica. That's Los Cabos or San Jose del Cabo. What is that? Mexico City. No idea. El Paso, probably. That looks like it. A few international spots. Okay, this isn't correct because I know they fly to Fort Lauderdale or West Palm Beach and Fort Myers and Tampa. So I don't know what this is. Okay, well, we don't know where they fly to, but they go all over the place. All right, there we go. Thank you for bringing that up. Mr. Financial, giving us some fire. Somewhere people can always, those are the deals you want. Other airlines have those same deals, by the way. Maybe not as cheap, but they have those as well. They normally don't publicize them. But $900,000 is one hell of a deal. Think about it. The day before, you don't have, as long as you have flexibility. So if you're a person that has flexibility, then you're sitting there saying, hey, Curtis Davis, Victor is going to some SSN family following him. Exactly. I know that's right. He's meeting up with family. That's right. That's how we're going to do it. Curtis Davis, I'm ahead of you, buddy. Taking the mighty dollar with me. That's right. You guys are right. Have a residence outside the USA on standby. Exactly. Yeah, mighty purchase, power to Europe. Here we come. Exactly. Don't be left behind like Blockbuster. Exactly, Melanie Bonita. Facts. Exactly. Stubborn. Melanie B. Yes, exactly. All right. Victor Morel, Vanessa Cummingate, absolutely agree. We need Eric. Since you're from France, can you adopt us so we can get the U.S. passport? Getting the heck out. There you go, man. There you go. No problem. I saw someone talking on a tablet one time when I was in the airport. Yep, exactly, Melanie Bonita. But like I said, it was 2005 or 6 when this girl pulled out this tablet and started talking. I was like, and it started ringing like a phone. And I'm just like, hey, what is that? She's like, oh, this is my phone, and it's a computer. She didn't call it a tablet. She just said it's a computer. Yes, Victor, the boss, got the French connection. That's it. Hey, I love France. You guys, Europe's, you got to love Europe. You just got to love it, because in America, we can go from city to city. So no matter what, I'm in Sacramento, I'm in LA, I'm in San Francisco. These are, San Francisco and LA, world famous cities. You go to Miami, world famous cities. You go to Dallas, okay, world famous cities. Go to New York for world famous cities. Generally, American cities are generally almost the same. They're just different geographically and different way that they came about. So they're a little different. But in Europe, the reason I love Europe is because the cities are like their own different city. You could be in north and south, east and west, and the structure, architecture could be different. It's cool. I love these places. Plus, they're thousands of years old, so that helps too. It's like, I love those places. Oh, man. Oh, wow. Didn't know this frontier offer. Forget about a suitcase. Just travel with a backpack. Yes, I wonder which international cities it includes. Yeah, it includes all of them. So wherever they fly. So they don't, Puerto Rico's not an international city, but they fly there, I believe. That wasn't their list. They fly to a lot more places. That's Cuba on the southeast of Florida. Okay, Cuba. That, I don't know if they fly there, though. Never mind. That's the Bahamas, not Cuba. Yeah, I was getting ready to say, I don't think they're going to fly to Cuba. They're not going to take that chance. Unfortunately, Frontier, I do not live in ATL or Hub City, hub to hub perfect. Yeah, most people fly 3 times a year. Exactly. Delta and Southwest use points. Yep, give you back flights, but it's same biz model. Yeah, the points come back. That's nice. But if you, look, I'm going to tell you guys, this $1,000, if you have time and you can travel and all you have to do is pay like $60, $45, and you've already done that and you can leave, you will find yourself, if you know you can just fly anywhere, you will fly anywhere. This is what I used to do. This is how I could get around a lot. People would be like, are you retired? I'm just like, no, I can just go whenever I want to. Whether it's due to mileage, whether it's due to other things, passes, whatever, it comes in handy. Very, very handy. And I used to have passes that I paid for just like this. And you could just go around. Long as you can get there, you can go around anywhere they fly. That comes in handy. And you want an airline that goes international, because you're going to go international. You're going to be like, why am I staying here? You'll be in Mexico. You will be in Costa Rica or wherever they fly to. You will be in Cancun. You will be in Puerto Rico. You will be in, I think they fly to Punta Cana. You will be in Dominican Republic. You will go, especially when you find out. You're like, wait, that's only going to cost me $60, $45. You're leaving. And from that destination, well, you got to go round trip international. But in America, or if too bad they're not in the EU, but in America, you can go one way. Now you know you can stay and leave whenever you feel like it. It's a beautiful thing. Beautiful, beautiful thing if you can get them. In 2013, I was in Beijing. I saw the flat tablet phone. It's unreal because it's Apple, but looks like it. Exactly. It was crazy. And I'm not even exaggerating. It was not, whatever this Note 9, whatever this screen length is, I don't know, what is that, like 7 inches or something? Her tablet wasn't one of these 8 inches by 7 or 8 inches tablets. This thing was huge. It was probably 10 inches at least. And it had to be like 8 inches wide. So it was a straight tablet size. And she's talking on it like it's a phone. I was just like, this is crazy. Crazy stuff. And see, here we go. Another sighting right here, 2013. So when Apple comes to the United States and says, oh, look at what we've done, I'm just like, I don't care what you're telling me. All right? I don't care what you're telling me. Fortunately for me, I've been around the world. You can tell me that you created it, but I'm telling you right now, I'm skeptical. I'm skeptical. I'm going to give another story. Victor Marrero. You grew up in Puerto Rico, right? Did you ever see Nike shoes? They weren't called Nikes, though. They were always in the cheap dollar bins. Nike swoosh shoes. They were swoosh shoes back then. I don't remember what we called them. They had Nike shoes in Puerto Rico. They weren't called Nikes. They were already being made by a company outside the United States. I believe it was Japan or Asia or something. We used to get those shoes for $2 a pair. So when Nike comes out in 1970s, I'm looking at this shoe, and of course I have a different, I'm like, want them shoes $2. And I'm sitting there like, hold on a second, what's going on? So Nike starts selling their shoes, and then that guy Phil Knight has nerve, like I told you guys before, has nerve to give a story telling people when they say, well, how did you come up with this shoe design and all this? And he says something like, my secretary came up with this design. I'm like, where's the secretary? I don't want to talk to her. He's lying. I'm like, he's lying. No, his secretary didn't come up with it. It was already out in Asia. And Phil Knight, people don't really know. I'll give a little story. He had stores, and he was selling Tigers. Well, we used to call the running shoes Tigers. I used to do a little track and field and stuff too. So those are the shoes that was for running. So he actually ran into, over in Asia, he found the swoosh shoe that they were selling for $2, $3. He turns around and says, hey, can I buy this shoe from you? And they're like, what? Hell yeah, these are just cheapy shoes. I want to buy this name, brand, and all that. So he now brings it to America, full function, calling it Nike running shoe, garbage. That's why they were garbage at first, because they were garbage. They weren't designed for actually running or anything, sports, nothing. So that's how he had the swoosh shoe. It was already made. He didn't make it. He didn't create it. He didn't design it. It was already out. He marketed, though, and he already was in the shoe business. He had shoe stores. And like I say, he had Tiger and other running shoes, and then he found Nike, and then he created Nike up in the Northwest. So anyhow, in fact, I'll just pull this up real quick. Here we go. 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 Let me pull this up. See, this is the problem. This is the problem in America. Look at this. It says Carolyn Davidson designed the shoe. The Nike swoosh corporate trademark was created in 1971 by Carol Davidson while she was a graphic design student at Portland State University. All right, I need to talk to her. She's lying. They're lying. I'm just telling you. All right? I don't know if Victor Marrero can vouch for this. Actually, I have some friends that can vouch for this. They'll be like, man, we used to buy those Nike shoes for like $2, $3 in Puerto Rico. I'm like, I know. And they're like, can you believe people are buying Nikes for $200, $300, $1,000? This is craziness. Of course they paid her $35. It's non-existent. It pisses me off, though, to see stuff like this. Stealing. Crazy. All right, here we go. A good magician holds his best tricks back and hocus pocus you for hours until the end. The great USA versus other countries. Hey, that's true. Yes. Yes, I was raised in PR. I remember Converse and Pro Keds were the bomb. Exactly. Exactly. And then when they come to the States, people were like, what's Pro Keds? I'm like, what do you mean, what's Pro Keds? That's the stuff. And Converse, of course. We all had Chuck Taylors, and we had other, when the leathers came out and everything like that. So we also had Pumas. We also had Tigers. That was popular, the running shoe Tigers. We also had Adidas. We also had, I'm trying to think because we had, New Balance, all kind of different shoes on the island. It was crazy. It was crazy. Yep. Tigers, otherwise known as Asics at the time, Asics Tigers. Oh, yes, Pro-Keds. Was it growing up in New York? Yeah, Pro-Keds in the Northeast. You got that right. Pro-Keds, Northeast, Converse at the time. I lived in Jersey, too. So, yeah, come back to Jersey. Pumas, all of a sudden, I was like, what is this garbage? Pumas. Because I was into sports. So we couldn't, I'm running, I'm basketballing, I'm footballing, I'm baseballing. So we got to have cleats. We got to have the right shoes for the sport. So when I'm coming back in the States and they're talking about some crazy, they're like, yeah, we're wearing Pumas over here. I'm like, I'm not playing in Pumas. I'm sorry. That doesn't happen on any circumstance. They're like, we're running over here. I'm like, okay, where's the Tigers at? Where's the Asics at? They're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, what are you talking about? They're like the lightest shoe on the planet. Where's the Asics? They're like, we don't have those. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be interesting. Welcome back to America. Then the basketball shoes, at least they did have the Pro-Keds. They had the Converse. I was a Converse guy. So that was cool. And then the cleats, it was like, where's my Adidas? And they're like, we don't have Adidas cleats. I'm just like, this is getting ridiculous. I was like, because remember, in Puerto Rico, we play soccer. We play soccer. All right? So we play soccer and baseball. We got to have cleats. We're not messing around. Got to have some cleats. So that's always the thing. It's funny. Yes, New York bags. Now it's about brand. So I can see Mr. Knight stealing the idea. Yeah, it's clear. They were already out. That's why it's sickening that he comes up with this story talking about this person designed this logo in her office working for me from Portland State or whatever. I'm like, stop this capping. Just stop it. Just like, Jesus Christ, man. Just like History of America, just changing the story. Everybody in Japan's like, what's this guy talking about? Because I think it was actually from Japan. It's like, what's this guy talking about, Nike? This is our stuff. What are you talking about? Oh, man. Crazy stuff. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 2 hours, 37 minutes in. This has been enjoyable. The clock is striking midnight. I guess I should go see if we're going to have to make some exceptions tonight and see what these guys are talking about. Let me go see something real quick in case we have – nope. So I'm not going to be putting in 4,500. That would defeat the purpose. I'd just buy a 5,000 NFT myself. So we have 500. So we will not get the 2-for-1. So congratulations to the first people. We'll have an NFT here. And we're locked in there. And I don't think we reached the number. So I'm just checking to see because these guys are a couple hours behind us. So, yeah, we're at 500 still. So the person that put in the 500 and anybody else who wants to get into the cash flow NFT, that's the Millionaires Club, potentially the Millionaires Club for NFT holders. But it's going to be a wild ride, especially if they're kicking off anything that's substantial. What I mean by substantial is $2,000 or $3,000 per month is going to change most people's lives. So if they're kicking off where even a person that's getting 10% or 5% can get $500 to $1,000 or more, that would be awesome for something that you just put in a one-time group amount in. And if you put in a 5,000 and you're able to get the equivalent of, let's just say, $15,000 or $20,000 a year, that would be awesome as well. So either way, I believe this is going to be one of those ones that should flourish, but you never know. This is the Shark Tank. So we're going to wrap this up, ladies and gentlemen. All right? We'll wrap this up. The media in the USA, powerful in manipulation and blocking you and changing the narrative to feel good story. Exactly. There's a lot of things in America, as you guys already know, that the history that they claim is not really the history. I'm going to pick on Mr. Elon Musk because a lot of people think that he came up with Tesla, right? It's just inherent because they're like, that's all they've known, right? They're always like, what do you mean he didn't found it? He wasn't a founder. He wasn't there at the beginning. What do you mean there was two other guys? Yeah, two other guys actually founded, started running Tesla years before Elon Musk showed up. Elon Musk finagled his way in, used some of his money to get in, but when he got in, he put on the contract, I want to be known or say that I can be the founder. And the rest is history, because being the founder has gave him that upper hand where people go, oh, okay, not realizing he didn't even start the thing. But he is one hell of a marketer. I'll give him credit. All right. So he gets to claim himself as a founder of Tesla when he wasn't. And from that, he parlayed that into being able to get shares and borrow it against other entities to buy other entities like a Twitter and other property. And it's very, very interesting. So again, he codes, but he ain't no damn engineer. He doesn't really know nothing about nothing. He's learned from everybody. But the fact of the matter is, he's been one hell of a marketing genius. And he's taken our tax dollars to make it happen. You guys know how I feel about that. That's crazy stuff right there. All right. Okay. How much are you willing to match? Oh, well, like I said, it has to be up to I was going to put in like 2,000, 2,500. So if we get up to like, what did I say earlier? 3,500, 3,000. So yeah, somewhere in that ballpark. So let's put it this way. Somebody would have to put in like 2,500. And then I'll put in whatever's left over. So, but we only have 500 right now. So I don't know if anybody's going to do that, because then you're borderlining on getting an NFT yourself or putting in the rest. So we'll see how it goes. Speaking of that, let me see something. Let me check something also before I get into it, because it is getting late. Is this a hard deadline is what I need to know, right? See what we got to do just in case we have to, because you got to transfer that into, I got to transfer the monies into crypto, because you can only pay by crypto, I believe, with Cashflow NFT. You used to be able to use your card, but now they changed it. So I have to convert into crypto. So we'll see. Can't tell. I have a code, can't log in. Okay, let's end this shortly. So here we go. I forgot about something. We have people here from the DR. And let's see here. I wanted to show you something. Let's see. Is this the one I want to show you? Yes, this is the one. So, Cruise on Land. Okay, some of you are still here. Some of you missed the Cruise on Land video. I got to show this. This is sweet right here. Cruise on Land. Here we go. is on land. And yes, Vanessa Comagate, I understand. I was hoping if other people would have put in, 500 or 1,000 or whatever, we would have accumulated up to like 2,500, 2,000. Then we could, start talking about making it happen. But nonetheless, we aren't going to be able to do the 2-for-1. We'll see. Maybe somebody's, because I dropped a video earlier. I dropped another one. SSN Lifestyle has one. So everybody has one. So if you never know what'll happen. Yes, I wasn't going to do that. I understand. I wasn't really going to do it either, but we're going to make it happen if we got close enough. I didn't want to spend $4,000. That's for sure either. It's playing. Kim Cham, welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream. Very nice to see you once again. Thank you so much for being here. Now, I'm going to end this tonight because we're almost at 3 hours. And what we're going to do is check this out. We're back. To the DR. Here we are, 12 apartments per floor. Oh, there we go. With 1 and 2 bedrooms located in Farallon de Verón, Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. All right. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. It's just more confirmations. The Spanish company Claire HP listed on BMM Growth from Spain. Mr. and Mrs. Cool, $275 million investment. All right, there you go. It's the 16 towers. Okay, there's going to be more than 16 towers, but okay, whatever. Here it is, closed project. I'm happy with that. Closed parking. I'm happy with that. We're good. Intercom, video surveillance, social area, swimming pool. Well, there's a swimming pool for every 4 towers. Gazebo and barbecue, yes. Lockers, children's play area, lift. Okay, yes, they're 15 stories high. Lobby, yes, at the bottom in every one there's a lobby. Cool. Emergency stairs has to be. Garbage chute. Okay, I like that. That beats storing up the garbage. I'd like to put it down a chute all the time. That works. Alarm, pre-installation, electric heater, UV filter water system for safe drinking, modular kitchen, air conditioner, wood finishes. Here we go. Dining room, green area, gym, cinema. Wait, what? Cinema? Okay, we have something new here. A cinema. I like it. College, university, hotels, supermarkets. Okay, the cinema's at the mall downtown. Supermarkets, hotel. Okay, it's a city. 89.9, 118.9. Still, we're good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. They're still talking about it. They're over there in the Fitur, Spain right now. And I'm referring to the guys that are running this. Gennaro, who was here on a live stream with us. He's over there in Spain talking about this place. So they're going to have sales. They're going to have sales. So you know how that goes. Yeah. Oh, I was looking to put in some too. Yep, I understand. Yeah, we're all, because if we only have 500, it's like you pretty much, if you had 3 people, that's going to have to average 1,500 a person. Or somebody's got to put in 2,500. Somebody else got to put in 2,000. Something of that nature. We're not going to be able to do it with 250, 500. So, and also, let me see what time it is. It's 12 midnight Eastern. Let's see. I'm looking for. Let's see what we got. The hard deadline. Let's see. Yep, midnight. Yep. Okay. That's how it goes. Oh, damn. Somebody might have called me from this number. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting sidetracked because I got some calls apparently that I didn't realize. Wow. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I know. 9 p.m. there, 12 p.m. Eastern. So they got their hard deadline. So it might be difficult for us to get in. But hey, if somebody wants to throw, if you guys want to say, hey, I'll throw in, like I said, 1,000, that'd be 2,500, or somewhere there's abouts. We get up to 2,500, 3 G's. I'll throw in, like I said, I'll throw in the 2,000, 20. I might even do 2,500. We can get there. But it would have to be, if we only have 2 or 3 people, everybody have to put in on average like 1,000 plus, 1,000 or more if we only have 3 people. Because if we have 3 people, it have to be split that amongst, that's 4,500 actually. So between the 3 of us, it would have to be, if everybody had 1,500, okay. If we didn't and only put in 1,000, then somebody would have to put in 2,500. Somebody put in 500, somebody put in 1,000. Well, then we'd only have 2,000. So then somebody would have to put in 3. And so, so either way, it's, I don't think we'd get there unless we have about, I think 5 people total, something like that. But, it's up to you guys if you want to get in, because we still have some time. They just sent me a message back. The midnight's the hard midnight. So, here, why don't I do it one way? So we make sure if somebody's contemplating. So there we go. Yep. Right. Yeah. And it's a risk. So we always go by, like I said, we need like 3 G's in there. I'll do 2. 25, but still, just to get to 25, you have to have 2,000. So in order to get there, it's going to be dicey. And nobody's ever put in 2,000 on the first one, or only one person did 1,500. So, it is what it is. So, all right. So we're going to wrap this up shortly. If you don't know what we were talking about and you like what we were talking about, first, if you don't know what we were talking about with regard to the Millionaire Club, this is the cash flow NFT that we talked about. There's links down below that says Miracle Cash and More. That takes you to the cash flow NFT website if you want to buy the $5,000 NFT. If you buy 2 of them, you get 1 free. That's why we're talking about it, because we already have 1. So if we bought a second one, then we would get 1 free. Now, that's going to expire tonight, whether it's Eastern time midnight, which I had to clarify because I keep thinking West Coast, and or is it West Coast midnight? But either way, you can buy a 5,000 NFT, or you can join us on the group economics. After tonight, there will not be a buy one, get one free, but if we reach the $5,000 goal, you will be in the second cash flow NFT for the UK. So therein lies the thing. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find out. Here we go.
Are you waiting till late tonight? Because I'm actually going to be out for the evening, so if you want any order created, it needs to be now.
Okay.
Please let me know, and I'm going to need to know if you're already registered too. Sorry, I'm going to need to know if you're registered, and if not, I need your full name, address, email, and phone number.
Yeah, so they sent it back. They are leaving. So actually, our discussion is now going to be mute. I don't know if you guys could actually hear the voice message, but they're leaving from the office now. And because I do have an account with them, she was saying if I do the order like in the next 5-10 minutes, that won't be possible. So they're getting ready to go. They have my info, but we be able to do it. So the midnight is midnight Eastern or thereabouts. We're past midnight, but we would have only about 10-15 minutes to make it happen. So that's not going to work. Because I would actually have to translate it into crypto because they only accept crypto payments. So that's another thing. I can't just use my card and say, done. All right. So we didn't make the second one, but congratulations for everybody on the first, and hopefully we'll make the second one. There's 200 left NFTs for the UK, and unless there's some other promotion that they come out with, we don't know. But it is what it is. Congratulations on the first group. The second group, we'll get there eventually. And like I said, I might pull the trigger if we get over a certain number. I'll be like, okay, I'll get whatever percentage just so we can make it happen either way, because I don't mind having a higher percentage. It's fine, because I think it's the number one business opportunity for 2023. And is now. It's like there's a way we can make it happen in the next 10-15 minutes. So about that, Melanie Bonita, the group as we get. So that I was going to do PST, that would have been better, but oh well. Nothing we can do about it. All right, now let's see. I'm definitely putting in for number 2. There you go. Yep, number 2 is already up. You'll see it down below with cash flow in $5,000 cash flow NFT business opportunity. And that link takes you over to SSN Lifestyle. We already have 500 in that one. So there's 4,500 left. So however you want to do it, either way. But again, that will not be a part. And there's no way to get a second one unless they come up with a new promotion. So there you go. All right, we're going to wrap this up, ladies and gentlemen. Another great night, Friday night. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your support. And if you like what we talked about, please subscribe to the channel. Click the all notification bell. Thank you so much, everybody. With the icons next to your name, that means they're members of the channel and they support the channel financially. And I appreciate that greatly because YouTube does not support the channel. All right, I'm still talking smack because it does not matter. Now, please join us on Monday night at 8:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That would be greatly appreciated, where it's Money Making Mondays. And watch for some more videos to be dropped, especially about the Dominican Republic, a record 8.5 million visitors and tourists last year, 1.25 via air, 1.3 via cruise lines. And by the way, they're adding another cruise port. So that number's going. They're adding another airport. So now more people are probably going to be coming in. So they're definitely breaking the record this year. And they're breaking the record next year after they add probably 20,000 to 30,000 more units for people to live there or have second homes. So that's going to be crazy as well. Thanks, boss. It's still a great opportunity. Yes, it is. It does not matter about the free thing. That was just a bonus. If we could have got there, that would have been cool. Please let me know about number 2. Melanie Bonita, number 2 has already started. So if you can wait or start, but it's only 500 has been put in so far. And the link is down below. You'll see it at the $5,000 cash flow NFT. And you can pay using PayPal, Venmo, or crypto's USDT, and different chains. And also, if you pay with PayPal, make sure when you check out that you put a box where you say, I'm paying for the transaction fee. Because they take off $10 for every $250, which means you're at a point of your percentage, because it's based on whatever you put in, that's the percentage that you're going to get. So if you put in 500, that turns into 480, all right, roughly. So that means you divide 5,000 into 480, and you'll probably get 4.8, 4.9. That's what your percentage will be when the payouts come for the commissions. So hopefully that explains a little bit of it. All right, Curtis Davis, thank you. Thanks, Eric. Thank you very much. All right. I'm going to put more in on number 2 than I did on number 1. Want a larger percentage. Exactly. That's why I was like, okay, I'll take 30% or 40%. I don't mind. Right. So I was thinking, that's why I was like, I didn't want to really get too deep into it. But hey, we'll get there. Okay. I agree with that philosophy all the way around. I think this will be a moneymaker. Yes, I do too. Thank you so much. Thank you, Melanie Bonita. Very nice seeing you once again. Happy New Year. And hopefully those book sales keep going. Hopefully that also the Novatech keeps going. All of that keeps going, because the longer all of these things go, the better it is. Because that allows you to buy more assets. I think this will be a moneymaker. I agree, 110. It's going to be, I believe as well. They're doing a damn thing. All right, we're going to wrap this up 3 hours in. So again, thank you so much. I love you guys. Thank you so much for your support over all these years. I appreciate it. And make sure you tell other people and let them get in on some of this love, all right? Because it's going to come a time where if this world turns crazy, and you got to pay another 20% on top of what you're paying now, this is going to get way out of hand. So far out of hand, it's going to be a lot of homeless people. That's how bad this is going to be. So this is going to be crazy. All right. Thank you for letting me know about those fees. Thank you so much. Again, Melanie Bonita, and very nice to see you. So again, we're going to wrap this up. And again, I just want to say thank you so much for your support this year, 2023, last year, 2022, the year before, 2021, the year before that, 2020, year before that, 2019. I appreciate it greatly, and share the videos. That's all I can keep saying, because a lot of people need some help. And if they knew that they can get into something for the basically for a trip that they just took, or a TV they just bought, and they could get a life-changing amount potentially, that's the same thing as buying a TV, buying a cell phone. What are you going to get out of it? Nothing in the end. But if you could use that type of money and get potentially $1 million, potentially $500,000, potentially $2 million, who would not take that? Because now I got to project something. If somebody said, here's $250, and in 5 years, you could get $500,000. How many people would take that? $250 into $500,000. That's what could happen if their projection, well, they projected $12 million per NFT. I'm using $10 million. 10% is $500 could be $1 million, and 250 could be $500,000. No matter how you slice it, it's going to be life-changing. Because you'll be able to do something, even if the IRS goes, hey, I need 50%. 250,000, you can do something. 500,000, you can do something. I'm just saying. So either way, it's life-changing, because now you can buy asset at that any one of those prices. You'll be able to buy assets, even 5 years from now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap this up. So let's thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And because it's hard out here in these streets, it's real in the field. And nobody's coming to save you, ladies and gentlemen. You can get this at the StopStrugglingNow.com YouTube channel. But nobody's coming. You're going to have to save yourself here on this planet, in this lifetime, with that electrical system going on in your brain, in your mind, in your body, as long as you're breathing. Nobody's coming to save you financially. You're going to have to make sure you save yourself, because this is turning into a third world country, but you just don't know it yet. And with all that said, keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.